All right, guys, and welcome back to Port Priority 5 held in Seattle, Washington. My name is Waldo.
I'm G-Pick. I'm coming to visit from Northern California, and I'm having such a treat getting to see Seattle again. I was up here earlier for Don't Park on the Grass, which was the very first Ultimate Major, and then it's been about 9 months since then.
Wow.
Where we haven't been able to draw, we haven't seen the spotlight on here as bright as it is right now at Port Priority 5. So I'm interested to see how much your scene has grown since then. I've already heard a few names whispered to me. The big one is Damn, who is like the sickest can ever, who's in our wave in doubles right now. Who else do we have to look forward to being in this area?
Like you said, Damn is one of them. He was recently on the very recently released, last night, number 3 on our PR. Another one who has been an up-and-comer. He's from Oregon, but he's also landing on the Western Washington PR, is H4DS. He is a Pikachu player. He is a monster. At the local last night, he beat Myron. He made a huge upset against Myron. He also beat Pokepen, who is another person in this pool, and is the second ranked player in Western Washington. We have Snickledorf, who is the Game & Watch, who famously upset Esam.
in Smash 4.
Yep, in Smash 4 at Don't Park in the Grass. So that was awesome. Still gets shouted out to this day by Esam. Mm-hmm. Very humbling, I imagine, for him. Other people to watch out for, Yeti, of course.
Yeah, from the Midwest.
Yep, Yeti and Comet both. Elegant is also teaming with
BestNess.
BestNess as well.
Those two in Smash 4 were absolutely a monster team. I think they won the Smash 4 doubles event in SmashCon.
Really?
That was just this year. And then, if I remember correctly, they won one of the very last, if not the last, Smash 4 doubles tournaments when Smash 4 was actually a thing, like at Big House.
Wow.
I could be mistaken. It might have been Stroder and Elegant, but I think it was Elegant and BestNess. If not, I know it was another major that they did win.
And Elegant, we see him in singles, but in doubles too, he's just such a monster to contest with. Like, you just don't want to approach him, like, in any respect whatsoever.
And then you pair him up with a Ness who's able to just like fly all over the screen with BestNess's movement, just being a swirling vortex of lethal hitboxes. And just like, where can you hide? Where can you stand? Especially, I've seen BestNess do things where he saves his teammate when they're sent off stage, right? He's able to use his PK Thunders to bounce them back up, or even go down himself really deep and then save himself, which is so good to have when you have Luigi on your side, who doesn't have the recovery we're used to seeing from the previous game. So, I mean, that on top of just their punish game, PK Rockets coming out, you have Shoryus, you just have Elegant being Elegant. Like, I think they're going to cause a lot of chaos. Just on an on-paper perspective, that's even before their resume as doubles players themselves. Because BestNess also, he got, like, 3rd place at, like, SmashCon and stuff, too. Like, his doubles resume is stacked in this game as well.
Very much so. And last night, BestNess actually took 3rd at the at singles, so he's very much warmed up, ready for this. I imagine him and Elegant have been practicing. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Also, it's what you were saying when you have this swirling vortex of Ness around Elegant. It's Elegant covers the ground, and then BestNess is just above him saying, all right, what are you going to do? You're going to approach from the air? Well, too bad. Mm-hmm. So there's some really great teams out here today. I'm excited to see what is to come. We also have some great, well-known players around here who maybe will be able to make some big upsets. Who knows? It'll be fun to see. There were some crazy upsets at the local last night. Like I said, H4 taking out Myron. Maybe we'll see something like that along here in doubles. Who knows? But I'm excited. And our first match looks like it's going to be Phantom and KurtMage versus Merk and Yumchi.
All right, so are these all local folks, I'm assuming?
So I've heard of KurtMage, but I do know who Phantom is. Phantom is a friend of mine.
Okay.
Phantom plays Snake. I don't know about in doubles if he plays Snake, but I am certain that he is a Snake player in singles. He is a very patient, smart player. He's very patient. He plays, like, out of all the Snakes here in Western Washington, he is easily the most patient and intelligent Snake. He tries to go for really intelligent plays, and you can tell with this playstyle, he's not super aggressive. He's not super tricky like maybe MVD, but he's very patient. He'll wait for you to make a mistake, and then he'll get you. That's how he gets you every time. I've fought him in bracket before. Always a fun fight. That's the one time I have fun fighting Snake. Out of all the Snakes I fought, I'm like, wow, this is enjoyable. Actually,
this is like a chess game where the pieces explode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's like, okay, you can't stand anywhere. Pretty much. It's like, I'm trying to think. It's like Minesweeper.
I always think of it when I watch MVD play that you're just playing a rousing game of the floor is lava, and you work your way in from there.
That's exactly what. That's pretty much what playing Snake is. It's like, okay, you can't stand anywhere, but also if you land and you think you're safe, I'm going to up tilt you and you're going to die.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming then, given that patient playstyle, we'll be seeing Phantom play much more of a support role, right? I mean, I guess that tends to be what Snake does in doubles, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is just harassing the opponent with all these explosives, sometimes C4ing his teammate if they have some silly shenanigans to set up to stick that on the opponent. But unfortunately, we don't really know who his teammate is. We're just going to have to improvise.
Yeah, KurtMage, I've heard the name.
Yeah?
I'm not sure who he plays, but I do know he is a Seattle local.
Okay.
So I've heard his name before at tournaments. I imagine he and Phantom were probably like, because Phantom came to me first and said, "Hey, you want to enter doubles?" I'm like, I got to commentate. I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah.
But I'm happy he found a partner. I imagine KurtMage will be a really good fit for his play style. So it'll be interesting, like you said, maybe the support role and their opponents, Yumchi and, oh man, I wish I could see the name. Yumchi and Merk. Like I said, heard of Yumchi, not so much of Merk. Merk might be from somewhere that I do not know, or maybe he's not from here, but it looks like we are getting the names going.
So tell me about Yumchi. You recognize the name as well?
I do recognize the name. If I remember correctly, I want to say he might play Wario.
Okay. Actually, you know, Wario and Snake, those are two characters that are capable of, like, tanking stocks really well.
Yeah.
And then also being able to get a lot of mileage for just surviving for as long as possible.
Now, I could be wrong about Yumchi playing Wario, but he'll go, like, in the complete opposite direction now that I've said that. But, you know, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
But, I mean, both characters are really, you know, no pun intended, very explosive characters where all of a sudden you'll be at 0 and then you die from, like, nothing. There are so many times where I'll be at 60 and then I'll get hit by a grenade and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like that's when it starts. So we're going to see what stage we're going to first. The go-to around here, as a lot of other states have it, is Pokemon Stadium. But maybe it looks like they're deciding what stages they want to go to, and it looks like Pokemon Stadium it is.
I assume so, yeah. It's especially for doubles, having so much more space to play around here, especially when you're not really sure what your opposing team is bringing. It's kind of a safer pick, because in singles, when you go to Stadium 2, there's the risk of, like, oh, my opponent might, like, try to be a super lame camper, right, and just run away the whole time. It's a long stage to help them do that. But when you have 4 characters on the stage, the capacity for that is way less.
Yeah.
But instead, you still have yourself the space where you're like, oh, we're fighting Falcon and Donkey Kong. Turns out, yeah, having the space is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
As opposed to being in, like, Yoshi's story or something small.
This should be interesting because Donkey Kong is, like, I definitely see him in doubles quite a bit. He is popular up here, especially in the Northwest. But how is he going to fare against Snake Grenades? How is he going to fare against the Captain Falcon's in-your-face playstyle? And we're going to find out as we go into this game, number 1. So,
to start out, oh, wow. Okay, yeah, so it was just like you went at, right? Putting the C4 onto KurtMage's Falcon, and then Falcon just ran right into Merk and sticky it right on him.
Absolutely, and it looks like Phantom was looking for something with a forward smash. Not going to find it.
Yeah, and Merk I think he's trying to just keep Phantom pinned down. At least the blue team is aware that they don't want to leave the Snake unchecked to his own devices. They're always trying to have somebody there, but in the meantime, Phantom getting this edge guard while KurtMage keeps Merk busy.
Phantom doing a really great job ledge trapping, and you can also see from stage control, Phantom and KurtMage just have total control. Phantom had the left, KurtMage had the right. They were having such a hard time getting back on. It looks like they found their way back, but it's a pretty even game so far considering.
Red team actually just being forced into the corner. I think it was almost in reaction to Arsene coming out, but it's already gone. Never mind.
But Phantom getting that C4 and almost gets the forward smash. And then as we can see, KurtMage looking for the spike, not finding it. So Phantom throwing out a lot of projectiles, trying. This is his chance, doesn't get it. Great grab coming out from Yumchi. Still staying around at 159%. But we can see him sticking to this left side of the stage, not really opting, trying to get back in the mid stage.
I mean, the main value he's going to get from this stock is just by existing at this point. Just having that passive stock lead is so valuable, but just like that, it goes away. KurtMage takes it, and Phantom is the only player left with 3 stocks, just like you said before, able to hang back really nicely with these explosives. So finally, Arsene coming in to end that as well.
And we can see now we're back at a somewhat even game. Merk is at 71%, but he does have Arsene. That does even the odds up a little bit, but he's about to lose it. Is he going to be able to find something with it? Not yet, but Oh, what happened there?
I think KurtMage expected Phantom to throw sooner, and he was trying to get a capitalization on it.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. Other than that, I think maybe the red team just kind of passively realized that when they're sticking on each other so much, they actually start messing with each other's follow-ups.
Which Snake has that issue where if you just, with his explosives, if you're not communicating well enough, that can happen.
Yeah.
Especially you need to communicate where C4 is, grenades, when you're about to use it.
It's adding that extra bit of awareness that you need to have in doubles already. You're watching 4 characters, then you have the explosives as well. And yeah, Yumchi getting that early stock off Phantom, very important for the blue team.
Oh, wow. That was a grab coming out. I think what happened is Phantom threw where was he? Threw Merk into, like, down on the ground. Merk got knocked up somehow, and then, unfortunately, Yumchi killed his own teammate, it looked like.
Oh, okay.
So, looks for the knee. KurtMage doesn't quite find it.
Yeah, Yumchi actually manages to get back to stage immediately, and that almost is what Merk needed to make it back to the stage, but unfortunately, SDing somehow.
Merk, I think that's like the second time we've seen the blue team SD.
But this is
Yumchi,
nuts.
yeah, this is, yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing more to say than just yeah.
Yeah, that knee, like, it was grabbed. It felt like KurtMage was waiting for him to throw it behind where he's like, wait a minute. And then, like, just drop down knee.
When you look at the situation, you have Snake at the ledge, right? Who can, like, drop mortars all he wants, grenade, all this nasty stuff, and Falcon waiting at roll distance. Like, getting a roll punish as Falcon is already going to end your stock. Get up, put up your shield, and then you get need anyway for your trouble.
There was almost nothing.
You're Donkey Kong. You're not getting off that ledge. Like, the takeaway there is don't be in the 2v1. Like, there's no other lesson.
I mean, with Donkey Kong in a 2v1, I remember one time watching it, like, at another tournament in Oregon.
Yeah.
At Smash Nest, actually. It was a regional up here. There was a DK, it was a Biggie Mouth, who's a Rob, who's the #1 player in Oregon at the time, and Eonology, who is a Inkling player as well. And the DK, who is a friend of mine, his name is Chaos. It was him, and they were both at like 80-90%. So I'm like, okay, this is doable. And I think Eonology got a grab, forward throw. Rob did a forward air, and then they both did forward airs back and forth. And then the final forward air, and then Biggie Mouth side beat him at 120, and he died. And it was interesting. So it looks like, going back to this game, though, Merk and Yumchi are sticking with their characters. Hopefully they can get some better communication in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like, we saw them SD, like, each of them SD at least once. So it'll be interesting to see. This is a much bigger stage. So it'll give them more space to work around. However, it also gives Phantom more room to throw his explosives and, like, plant them in places they might not realize.
Yeah, just the very large blast zones here. I think they're just trying to capitalize how long they can keep their stock together, especially given that Yumchi wasn't really getting edge guarded really hard in the previous game. So just maximizing this space really helps the blue team in that regard. We're going to have the blue team kind of split up, and Merk trying to make up his mind whether or not he wants to keep ledge pressure or not. Opts to just keep KurtMage in check a little bit, get himself Arsene up and running.
And we can see, actually, from what I've been seeing both games, it seems like KurtMage always goes for Yumchi, and Phantom always sticks on Merk if he can. But it's always there. It seems like Phantom is doing a better job of supporting his teammate, where it feels like Yumchi and Merk are kind of split off from each other a lot of the time.
And to me, it strikes me as a little bit risky for Phantom to be the one trying to snick to Merk, because Joker famously does quite well against Snake, because he's able to just use the Rebels guard to power up off those explosives time and time again, and then the dagger on top of that to control the melee space.
Which is interesting that we're maybe not seeing, like, the Rebels guard come out from Merk very much at all. I don't even think I saw it the last game. It feels like it could be used way more here, especially if... Ooh, great beautiful spike from Yumchi.
And just like that, look, KurtMage on his last stock. Meanwhile, already 5 stocks on the blue team. They're doing pretty solid right now. There's a real question for Merk to be able to make this stock last, though. Otherwise, the red team gets to even it up. Yeah,
this is great knee coming out. That was a raw knee. He read that to a T. KurtMage, I'm surprised. Where did his first stock go? So it looks like KurtMage trying to get some juggles on Yumchi. Looks for the spike, doesn't quite get anything.
But he's still looking to get the kill. Yeah, he has the choice of assisting Phantom. I think he has just faith that Phantom will make it back to the ground as he tries to finish off his edge guard on the Donkey Kong. Just barely misses it. He read the roll, too.
He did read the roll. It was just a little off. Oh, Phantom off stage. Looks like he'll be able to recover. So, unfortunate. KurtMage has to be they have to be a little careful though. Phantom is at 0% 2 stocks, so KurtMage could always steal one.
I mean, right now the stocks are even. If anything, it's Red Team's favor because Merk usually hasn't been able to live past like 110. So given that, Blue Team is about to be on their last stocks.
KurtMage trying to go really deep for that edge guard, not being able to find anything. So it looks like I said, they're splitting off. Phantom dealing with Merk.
Yeah.
KurtMage dealing with Yumchi.
I'm not sure about this decision by Merk because it's been leaving Yumchi to just be trapped in the corner and be abused over and over again. And Merk hasn't been able to actually find kills as he's been keeping the pressure up on the opponent. I'd say just go harass, save your teammate instead, and minimize the damage.
Exactly. And the thing that we're seeing too is with Merk, he's not there like supporting his teammate. Like just Yumchi is getting beat down by this Captain Falcon and from Stake. However, Yumchi going to be able to find that up air.
Beautiful follow-up.
And now KurtMage, this is all of a sudden really scary for Phantom. It is doable, but it's very scary. He has to play. He has to get Merk stock like now.
Basically, yeah. An up tilt to get Merk would be great. And then if he could actually kill Yumchi first and force the share stock, he might be able to find himself somewhere really favorable too.
That is true. Gets the up tilt, not going to kill at that percent. Kalos is a big stage.
Goes for the spot dodge immediately, doesn't get out of it. But so far, the aggression coming out from the Blue Team, they haven't really covered everything as cleanly as possible. Here we go. An opportunity doesn't punish the roll in too hard.
That was a nice combo. Too bad they couldn't follow it up anymore. Looks like Phantom's in the corner. He has both options covered, but that was such a great C4.
All right, just Yumchi left to go, but I think a snake up tilt should do the trick there as well, and it'll just be a 1v1.
Yeah.
Still a tough 1v1. You have 100% against a matchup that's not considered too fun for Snake, but...
Yeah, this is definitely, from a lot of people, would consider a pretty in favor of Joker matchup. But Yumchi doing a really good job keeping center stage control. I'm surprised we didn't see Yumchi just hold on and maybe Merk go for like a forward smash or just any kind of smash attack.
In the meantime, though, Phantom strategy of I'm just going to go... Oh, there we go. Merk catching it.
That was a really great showing from Phantom. He did a really good job holding himself there. However, what happened there, I feel, just goes down to KurtMage dying so early on. It was like before 2 minutes in, he lost both of his stocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, within the very, very beginning, yeah. And I think that just kind of eventually bit them in the butt. It took a while because they did even up the stocks. The one thing I wanted to point out about how Phantom was handling that last 1v2 situation, he was essentially just taking advantage of Kalos having those two side platforms and circle camping by jumping as high as possible from one to the other and just littering explosives straight down. Right? He'd drop C4s, he'd drop grenades, and then as the blue team was chasing him, they'd run over these things and get detonated, and that's how he took one stock, and he almost took a second stock by just doing that as well. So I'm kind of like wondering whether or not blue team has like a better game plan going into this next game for like, all right, when we are in the 2v1, like we need to be conscious of like what situations we're really covering and how to focus the opponent, because if we're both running at the same time, we both keep blowing up. But if we both covered one of those platforms, he wouldn't be able to do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe hopefully they'll maybe realize that going into this next game. Mm-hmm. But Phantom, like I said, really intelligent. Maybe he realized, maybe this is the perfect opportunity for me to like litter explosives. But we're going to town and city. This is another big stage. However, it is a much more close. He does that every single time.
But he walked up to do it.
Yeah, no, he's done that. He did that last game too.
KurtMage didn't even like walk towards him to make it faster. He just stood there.
I mean, I feel like that is like a strategy, like, okay, go up in their face and like get it on them. So for sure, I definitely see the strategy behind it. It is an excellent strategy. I do like the idea quite a bit.
It takes advantage of one of Falcon's great strengths, right? He's so fast, so he's a great C4 delivery mechanism.
Exactly. Just make sure not to blow your teammate up.
F0 becomes C4. What'd you figure?
Oh, man. That F0, oh my god. That was bad. That was bad. So Phantom and KurtMage have maintaining stage control. Phantom is going to get that detonation with the C4 and get rid of Merk's first stock. So Phantom at 99%, Yumchi at 132, and gets the back air. Great back air coming out from KurtMage. And you can see what's happening, that's been happening before, is they get both Merk and Yumchi at these off stage, and especially with Yumchi's case, there's not a whole lot he can do. Great spike coming out from Yumchi, though. Never mind.
He's been on top of that over and over again, been finding these edgeguard kills against the red team, both members of it. They're really nice.
Doing really great job. Yeah, both of them doing really great job of getting these spikes. Like, their offstage edge guarding is pretty great, considering. And we got Yumchi. We got this familiar scenario, but he's just going to super armor through that with the DK spin. Ooh. That was a
great grab.
That was a great grab. Unintentional, it seemed, but it still worked out very well in their favor.
Yeah, like, there's no way you could react to that. I'll just put it like that.
Yeah, that was still pretty impressive, though. Almost gets the second knee, but gets the weak hitbox. So, Merk off stage. Both of them off stage.
Yeah, the blue team just really pinned in the corner and afraid to move because you have this Falcon who has the ability to chase you down. And there's a threat of what if we forgot an explosive on the stage and run over it. But now that they've fought their way out of the corner, the blue team having themselves a chance to juggle and maybe kill Phantom off the top.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets the back throw. That looked like some suspect DI from KurtMage. KurtMage on his last stock. And Yumchi getting his stock eliminated by the forward smash coming out from KurtMage. This is almost an even, this is considerably almost an even game considering how high in Phantom are. We'll have to see. Oh, no!
He tried to go for one more spike, but I think he accidentally spent his double jump in order to stall out his down air, and he messed up his recovery as a result of that.
And Yumchi is now in a really bad spot. Almost gets rid of KurtMage. That would have been interesting, but the DK Snake matchup, famously not a good matchup for DK.
You wouldn't expect it given Donkey Kong Country, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we can see it just spamming the mortars. He's just waiting. Yumchi.
Okay, that's one way to handle that situation is just fall
SD.
off the stage and die. I mean, he had to deal with the 2v1 at the end of the first game, so I can totally understand. He was like, no, this is pretty unwinnable, and we still have a loser's bracket to go through. So as opposed to getting really tilted, just playing through the end of this game and just like being choked off stage over and over, what if I just SD, we just say GG, and we just start thinking about our next set?
That makes sense. I could see it definitely, just knowing where it might just be to a point where it feels unwinnable. However, I think they both, blue team, despite what happened, they started finding their synergy in the second game a little bit more. They started maybe working together. However, what happened, especially in that third game, it was a mirror of the first game where they were getting separated. Merk wasn't really covering Yumchi, like where Yumchi was getting bullied off stage by KurtMage. And Merk wasn't doing enough to try to like go in and support them, what it looked like.
Yeah.
Now, Phantom, I feel, especially in that scenario, was the MVP of the red team. He was doing such a good job of like littering the air and the ground with explosives, making it very hard for, like you were mentioning, Merk and Yumchi to step. Where it's just they stepped everywhere, and Donkey Kong, being as big as he is, he's going to get hit by a majority of all of that. So great showing coming out from Merk, Great showing coming out from Merk and Yumchi. They did a really good job holding themselves, making it to Game 3, kept it competitive.
Yes.
And then also congratulations to Phantom and to KurtMage moving on. KurtMage had some really great edge guards going into that. So hopefully they can keep up this momentum. But our next game is going to be a firecracker. Do you want to list it off? You know these players.
I'm really excited. I mean, we were already singing their praises going into this. Elegant and BestNess are up to play right now. They're going to be going up against
KYX and Alchemic.
Yeah, so do you recognize KYX or Alchemic? Because I know plenty about the other two.
I do, yes. So KYX and Alchemic, KYX is a Fox player, and Alchemic is a Bowser Jr. player. And Alchemic's been kind of on the up and come up. He's been getting consistently better. He was coming out to locals and going 0-2, 1-2. But lately at locals, he's been placing very high, 17th at Orbitars, which is our big local here in Seattle.
Right, those get like 150, 200 people sometimes, right?
Yep, so he's been doing 17th. He got a top 16 during the week of Super Smash Con, doing really well. He, at other like smaller locals that usually get about 30, 40 people, been placing like top 8. So he's starting to make a name for himself more and more as the time goes on. So it'll be interesting to see how they mesh, because I do know they are friends, KYX and Alchemic. So they're both very capable players. It'll be interesting to see if they can deal with Elegant and BestNess. They are a monster of a duo.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see how they are able to handle the, as you said, whirling vortex of Ness's aerials.
Yeah, it's just a whole lot of like devastating pain that can be thrown out by these guys. A whole lot of it also comes down to just general comfort off stage coming from both BestNess and Elegant. These players are completely fine diving off into the depths if they know they can find the edge guard, and they have the good edge guarding fundamentals that even back in Smash 4 with as strong as recoveries in those games, those guys are pulling off edge guards time and time again. Especially, I mean, Elegant's sense for it, especially given the plunger he used to have, was absolutely backbreaking to see in the singles and doubles bracket. Yeah. And I mean, like, when you pair that together, I mean, I'm thinking over what the matchup has in terms of what options the opposing team would have off stage, because I know Bowser Jr. does have some options to mix up his recovery. His clown cart has a bit of, it does have armor in the air in this game, right? I always forget.
It does have a little bit of armor. Yeah. However, the top part of Bowser Jr. is totally vulnerable. So
right.
That's the thing with that. And I will say, Alchemic, one of his habits that a lot of people have caught up is he does use cart quite a bit. So maybe, hopefully, he's adapted a little bit. Maybe he'll reel it back a little bit, especially with there's another team member in the mix. So definitely don't want to be putting them in a bad situation. So I am excited to see what he'll be able to bring to the table. And it sounds like,
I think this is just a button check.
Yeah, this might be just a button check, I'm sure. But it looks like they're just wanting to make sure. But maybe let's see.
We should just double check. Okay, no,
this is definitely, we're going right. All right, right into game one.
That's honestly my favorite game to play, is you see players playing on the yeah, here we go. Here comes the edge guards.
BestNess really going deep for that edge guard.
These guys dive in hard for these sort of things.
And it looks like KYX is actually not going to be sticking with the Fox. Instead, he's going to be sticking with Mario instead.
I think that's a good call. Honestly, given what this team composition is, the Fox to get edge guard, it's so hard.
And we can see Alchemic already lost his first stock. Both him and BestNess are just doing such a good job of like controlling the stage. But as we can see, I liked the defensive play coming out from KY.
And there we go. Just like that, Alchemic dies again to another edge guard.
45 seconds in.
That's where these guys find so much value. Yeah, they have the explosions of like PK rockets and the Shoryu.
Oh my god!
They can just kill you when you don't have ground beneath you. That's 3 stocks already.
That's 3 stocks in the first minute. And oh no. Funny enough, Alchemic actually saved KYX with that. I can't remember the name of his neutral B. I'm so sorry. But he saved his teammate. He was about to get 0 to death.
Oh, yeah. But he had the cannonball.
Yeah, the cannonball. Sorry. I don't know why I couldn't forget that. Ooh, almost gets back.
Both members of blue team off stage. It's so tough.
Oh, that's the down B, and then that's it.
Yeah, this is actually like now KYX at death percent for his own stock as well. BestNess kind of looking for it.
And you can see both of them are going after, like, we see, like, BestNess sticking on KYX like glue, just not getting off, but also being there to support Elegant when he needs it.
Yeah, it's just the level of, like, top doubles play, especially these two guys have a lot of experience with each other. They recognize, like, when they can get away, like, those extra few seconds of pressure on their teammate, and when it's time to actually intervene. The dash attack? I forgot that kills in this game.
Oh, wow, but it looks like Elegant BestNess going a little too low, actually gets hit by the Bowser, the Bowser cart.
That option coverage on the ledge was actually disgusting. Like, that was forward smash by Ness covering so much space, and then immediately afterwards the same coming out from Luigi.
It's amazing that he was able to survive, gets the down B, almost dies from it.
Here's the other thing about BestNess and Elegant is that when they're winning, they're totally fine playing completely disrespectfully. Like both of them in singles and in doubles. Like if they feel like they've got like all the momentum in the world, they will just throw out the most ridiculous Hail Mary. Yeah,
they're just children. You gotta do them like that. Oh my god. Okay, Elegant and BestNess proving their dominance.
I would not be surprised, given the way that last set ended, especially the last game ended rather. If they start off this next game literally just doing dumb stuff like that, like because they basically proved to themselves in the first 4 stocks, like, okay, we shred these guys off stage. So like if we need to win, we can just poke them off stage, and we're really good at covering everything they can do. I could see them actually trying to like really lean into this and trying to like hunt for combos into the what's the word? The misfire.
Misfire, yeah. And there was some great synergy there from BestNess and from Elegant, as we've all seen and heard before in Smash 4 and in this game. So it looks like we're getting right off, and we can see BestNess already going for some upbeat shenanigans.
Dead.
Oh no!
They both died.
Yeah.
You cannot play off stage against these guys. You just go back to the center stage.
They go so deep. That's 2 stocks lost within 20 seconds.
They're just going to have a really bad time. That's really all there is to this.
We can see both of them in both really bad spots. It was really insane that, or maybe not insane, but it was really precarious that position Alchemic was in. He almost put himself in a really bad situation, but Elegant getting the up B out of shield, going a little, KYX committing a little too hard to that.
I mean, that's the thing. These guys are being such accomplished singles players. They know exactly what is or isn't safe on their shield. They're able to find those maximum punishes just in these 1v1 situations. BestNess should be okay. Yeah, perfectly.
BestNess is totally okay.
Ricochets
and gets another up B, and already we're a minute in, and they're on their last stock.
We're on a verge of a 6 stock. Nope, never mind. Nope, never mind.
That's a commentator's curse right there.
It's a blessing for the blue team, man. I don't want them 6 stocked on stream. No one deserves that.
Oh, no!
They actually both upbeat off stage? Are you serious?
I have no words. Oh, no. Here it goes. This is it.
They're lucky they're so fun to watch because, like, this is straight villainy behavior.
This is he went for the side. He went for the misfire. Oh, dear.
Yeah. I'm not even surprised in the share stock. Is there just going to get, like, an SD or something? All right, no.
Yeah.
Going for
he's going for it.
Yeah. Going for the jab lock, though. Great
jab
punish.
Lock. And that was sheer dominance coming out from BestNess and Elegant.
Just the start of the game, both members of blue team caught in that bottom corner, the bottom right side of the stage, is getting dunked at the same time by Elegant. That is like the worst way to start games. It was like, okay, they completely rocked us at the start of the previous game, but we figured it out, and then they rock you even harder in the exact same way. It's just
in less time. That was like a minute and a half.
Yeah, no,
like,
that was
by the minute mark.
Was nothing.
They were on their last stocks. So Elegant and BestNess, they were at that point on the last stocks. They were just messing around. Like both games, they were just having a good time.
Yeah.
At the last one, going for the most disrespectful edge guards, going for the most disrespectful stage shenanigans you could get.
They're putting on a show for you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
That's really, like
I was entertained. That was a lot of fun to watch and to talk about. Alchemic. So going with Alchemic and KYX, it was.
And here we go, right? There's that down air kit. And the thing that was crazy, right, is we saw, so Alchemic actually did jump out of his rocket car, but I guess the knockback wasn't enough for him to get his rocket car back.
Yeah.
And he just died as a Koopaling, just falling off the bottom.
That does happen. I do think it is something where if you get knocked out of it, where, I don't know, it is a set about a knockback, but it is like maybe it just wasn't enough where it was like, okay.
Because it was such a low percent. So, like, it hadn't passed that threshold. Oh, my gosh, that makes that even worse.
That was intense to watch. Their offstage game, like you were saying, because I hadn't seen it in a while. I hadn't really seen it much in Ultimate. Like, I've heard SmashCon and all that, but seeing it in person, that was monstrous.
Yes.
That was absolute dominance. They were both so aggressive offstage. They didn't give...
They didn't give them any time to breathe. Like, we're going to give you guys right now, as we take a little bit of an ad break, to just give shout-outs to the guys that make this event possible. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Guys, welcome back to Port Priority in Seattle, Washington. Once again, my name is Waldo.
Oh, and I'm G-Pick.
Yep.
And we're about to start, I believe it's the winners finals of one of the pools here in this wave. We're going to have ourselves Yeti and Comet coming out from the Midwest, two really strong players up against two Pacific Northwest folks who I've been hearing a lot about, especially H4DS has been causing a lot of stir with his Pikachu just in this past, like, few days, really, with his performance yesterday, beating Myron and Pokepen, right?
Yes. So H4DS, he is, like I said, landed on this Summer Washington PR for Western Washington, and his opponent, and his teammate, Gengur, is...
We're doing something else.
We're doing something else.
All right, never mind, production.
Never mind.
Letting us know that plans have changed, but we're going to find out what we're up against very, very soon, guys.
Yeah. But
in the meantime, though, that is coming attractions, I assume. That set is going to be really good. So we have Greninja, which means that we have, I believe, VenomAZ, or... No, not VenomAZ. We have...
So we will have to see...
No.
looks like we have Sleepy Basilisk and Jill Katze versus Skips and Mao Kitty. It looks like it. I could be wrong. But we're getting right into this first.
This is definitely gameplay. Yeah, this is not a bun check. So.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely 100% gameplay. We're getting right in. It looks like Jill Skips and Mao are both playing Rob and Sheik.
Yeah.
And then Sleepy Basilisk and Jill are playing Greninja and King DDD.
So I'm just kind of looking at what JK's doing. All right, makes it back on the stage. A great job by Basilisk really defending his teammate right there. And I think that's really going to be Basilisk's whole test, is just keeping the Penguin alive, right? Because if the Penguin's able to throw out these Gordos and swing the hammer, he's going to go very, very deadly for the yellow team, but he has to actually be able to touch the ground.
Yeah, just keep the big Penguin alive is pretty much, like you said, going to be the gameplay. However, Mao and Skips, both Skips especially, like, she can be a very oppressive combo-heavy character, like really in your face. So it's going to be interesting to see. However, as I say that, it looks like Basilisk unfortunately going to meet his death. Yeah. Now Mao and Skips at 100% each.
Catching the
jet
roll
hammer.
All right.
So great jet hammer coming out, evening up the stocks. Actually, no, it looks like Skip is still alive, hanging onto this stock by a thread. But, ooh, Mao almost killing his teammate. And the Nair is going to do it from Jill.
Yeah.
Both play it.
We have the red team being stuck right above yellow a little bit, but aside from that, even stocks all around.
Even stocks really doing really good. We have Mao staying on this DDD, which is a good choice. I like it.
Yeah, the harassment that Rob can offer, also just being able to intercept DDD's recovery with a sudden side B out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Can actually just still the end of it for a character that heavy.
And with him so huge, like how huge his character model is, it can be very difficult to avoid a lot of the projectiles that Rob is able to throw out. Basilisk off stage. Oh, doesn't go for the down air. And it looks like Skip almost gets that side beat. I thought that was going to break shield.
Ooh,
great
actually
up
being able to
smash.
catch the poke out. You're right.
So gets a good read, but not going to kill at that percent. DDD is a big boy. Both of them at the right side of the stage. Not a good position they want to be in.
And the multiple jumps coming out as well, just helping that recovery. The little ounce it needs for Basilisk to make it back there. It's just so interesting to see a Greninja play so passively. I'm used to seeing the character play aggro, but when you are teamed up with this with the super heavy, you do have to put yourself in that babysitter role. And it's so far almost even if they can just find one kill on one of the members of the yellow team, but never mind. JK also falling off the battle, Jill rather, falling off the bottom.
Okay. And then what I also love from Skips and Mao, like going into this, it's like they seem to have a lot of synergy. Like earlier on, you saw one of them throw, I believe it was Skips throwing JK or Jill up into up to try to get Rob's laser to connect.
Yeah.
So there is like that definite synergy, and again, Basilisk going to fall to that up smash. We've seen him die to it twice. So this is a tough spot this is a really...
I'm going to be honest, the Penguin's dead. Jill Katze, I don't see being able to survive this.
No.
Oh! Okay, well, it got the Rob off, but you can't stop the other player at the same time with that up B.
Yeah,
so.
unfortunate. But Mao did a really great job. Mao and Skips did a fantastic job of their synergy. They were communicating, it seemed. They had that sense of just, okay, Rob, I'll take the DDD, and Skips, you deal with Greninja. So it's like a fast character with a fast character, and then a character with projectiles and just huge aerials dealing with a huge character that really doesn't have a lot of tools to deal with it.
Right, yeah, because the Gordos, they're nice against melee hitboxes, but that's basically it, right? Any sort of destroy and any sort of projectile is still going to bounce them right back in his face.
Back.
Yeah, and then his air movement is just so pathetic on top of how big he is as a target that it really is target practice for Rob to work from there.
Yeah, and we never saw him go for side Bs, but Mao was doing a really good job at edge guarding him, keeping him at the ledge, just not allowing him to get back into center stage to support his teammate. And Basilisk seemed to die quite often to Rob up smash, just getting red. Mao did a really great job. Also, not trying to discount Skips. Skips did fantastic, staying on top of both Greninja and supporting Mao, and we're going to see that continue, hopefully, in game number 2.
So, Waldo, how do you feel about this stage pick in terms of being a really small, Yoshi story compared to the larger stadium pick that we saw before? So, I feel like this might lead to the red team getting smothered even harder than they were.
It is possible. I do definitely see this. So there is another team here. There's another DDD here named Alfredo who is in doubles, and he likes this stage a lot for DDD. I haven't asked him as to why, but maybe it just makes it so it's like with DDD you have to stay on, like he has more options to stay on top of them more. Now with Rob, that might be a bit more difficult, and the unfortunate air dodge into
These percents are so low. Like only 30, about 60% across both members of the team, right? And already taking the first 2 stocks, that not was looking good.
Now with that, saying that with Rob here, I don't think this is the best pick, because Rob with a small stage like this, especially with a character as big and who needs setups like DDD, I don't think this would favor him very much.
Yeah, I mean, this is also a really small blast zone stage as well, so the weight advantage of DDD is not really coming into play. And the ability for the yellow team to set up these juggles has been just so devastating for red teams to try to sneak their way back down against.
Yeah, I would be interested to see what they ban. I imagine they banned Kalos to avoid like they banned the bigger stages to avoid the big hitboxes, but still it's weird you would go to this one if that was the case. But JK or Jill already on their last stock, unfortunately, due to a unfortunate SD. Mao setting up for the up smash, doesn't get it.
I think JK or Jill might have been DIing up to avoid that.
Which that was great DI if that was the case. I do like, goes for the dash attack, very unsafe. Gets a forward smash, that was such a good read from Mao. And does take the stock. Basilisk at 119. We haven't really been talking a lot about Basilisk this game, and I feel like it's just, he's been getting, like you said, smothered by skips and not being able to find his way in, just getting walled out.
Red team takes their first stock at this point, but this is kind of looking like a done deal. Like the amount of massive plays that red team would need to pull off in order to take this game back are absurd. And now, yeah.
And now at this point, it's almost...
Sleepy Basilisk is gone, so it's just a lone DDD against 5 stocks.
5 stocks, a Rob, and he's going for it. You can see Mao there. Today's been such a disrespectful bracket. People trying to go for these disrespects.
Okay, that
goes for the.
You actually called it right there. Yeah, the suicide dare. I mean, that stock was at like 150%, so it was already going to die to anything that he got hit by from Jill. But still, like that was risky.
That was 100% super risky. But Skips looks like he knocked it out of the back air. I love these reads coming out from Mao. Mao is what he seems really proficient in is getting these reads. Gets a side B, almost killed his teammates at 24. Never mind.
They're basically just taking their time with this one. They're not getting too antsy anymore ever since they realized that they SD previously, and I guess Jill just died on their own. So,
and we saw that happen twice where Jill SD'd twice. It was they missed their recovery, and they also just in there did the air dodge. Granted, that was a pretty unwinnable scenario.
Yeah.
At that point, 5 stocks. They're going for disrespects. You're at 100%. There's really not a whole lot of coming back there. The amount of, I don't even know if the best player, like the best DDD player in the world would have the capacity to make that kind of a comeback.
Would you put money on Big D being able to do that?
I don't know. I don't think so. Just because it's like in that capacity, it's so hard to do it when you have a character that throws out in like projectiles that cover almost every option. The slow move, like the slow airspeed, like you were talking.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, you have this other insanely fast character that you can't pin down.
Yeah.
That's just running around.
Who's just able to grab you and keep you in one spot for that Rob to do something.
Yep,
yeah.
And then like just a forward smash and that's it.
Yeah.
But I loved the synergy coming out from Mao and Skips. It seems like they play together quite a bit. I loved that. I will say, it seems with Basilisk and with Jill, what was happening was Jill was not getting the support from Basilisk that they needed. It were really Basilisk was not there to support DDD. And granted, I feel like that's a really hard role for Greninja to play because Greninja, like you said, is very aggro. It's a very aggro character, so to be put in that babysitter role, I don't know if that's the best character for it.
In any case, it's maybe we'll just have to see them go back to the drawing board and hit us with something else. But in the meantime, guys, we were hyping it up when we came back from the break. It is happening. It is actually happening. Yeti and Comet is coming up to play. I think, yes, Yeti and Comet are coming. Or we don't know.
We don't know.
We actually don't know. Oh, no.
Oh, dear. So.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, dear. Hopefully they will be here soon. But what it does look like, hopefully, I've been wanting to see this set. H4, I went to him, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's my double spool. I'm like, you better play well. I want to commentate one of your matches. It needs to happen. So, but
we'll find out in either case whether or not it's coming. I mean, I'm just looking forward to seeing whether Yeti. Oh, okay. So I did see Comet and Yeti. They are walking up. So that is promising. They just walked into the room.
Yeah.
Yeti and Comet. So I'm staying in the same Airbnb with them. And I'm wondering how well they're working together, because literally for 2 hours, Yeti had made a Mario Maker level and was forcing Comet to play through it, and Comet was dying for 2 hours to newer and newer traps. And like, there were parts of the level that would stick you in a box where you had to kill yourself, where there was like a bouncing spiny going back and forth, but it kept dropping mushrooms in there. So like, actually killing yourself was a challenge in the level every time you messed up. And like, I'm just wondering if after 2 hours of psychological torture for last night, whether or not they're gonna get together here.
I feel like that's a thing you do to your friend. Like, I hear you'll be playing forever.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big like FU.
It took forever, dude.
So, and it does look like they have sat down. Now there is one person I want to talk about who we haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
And his name is Gengur.
That's H4DS's teammate.
Yep, that's H4DS's teammate. And what is interesting about Gengur is, first off, he is a very good Fox, very capable Fox. His Fox is great. Now, he is sponsored, though, ironically, by Echo Fox, with his game that he plays competitively, professionally, Shadowverse, which is an online card game. He's one of the biggest members in that community. And he, like I said, is sponsored by Echo Fox. And what happens with him, it was just ironic, where I asked him, like, why do you play Fox? He's like, it just feels right. Echo Fox, Fox. That's just normally what happened.
You know, I honestly believe, and I've been saying this for a bit, I think the best hero main is supposed to be somebody who comes from a card game background. So I want to see him actually try hero just on that basis. Because being able to play hero, that is essentially, you pull up your hand and you have to quickly assess what choice is best for that situation, right? You have to be able to deal with the RNG that life gives you, and you have to be able to understand deck thinning concepts in terms of how you can manipulate the RNG of that menu itself. Because there are little tricks from what I've heard. I know the big one being heal and stuff, but you know, that's neither here nor there. We're not going to see hero because the character's bad, but
hey, well, I mean, the character is bad, yes, but it would be interesting to see. I actually have talked to him. I'm like, why don't you play? He's like, hero sucks.
Oh, yeah? Okay, so he understands.
So
he
does understand.
Yeah.
I do believe he's going to be sticking with the Fox. H4, obviously, going to be sticking with the Pikachu, and that's what he's been making his name for. Been on a tear, like we've talked about a couple times already. Beat Myron, Pokemon. It'll be interesting who he beats today. Yeah. I'm excited to see. This match should be interesting, how they are able to hold up against the Yeti and Comet duo, the Midwest duo. I believe, like, I know I know Comet is from Wisconsin.
Yeah, Comet
He's the number one player in Wisconsin.
Yeah, and
Yeti.
Yeti, I think it's, oh my god, if I get this wrong, so many people are going to kill me. I'm not even going to say, because right now my brain is blanking. But, I mean, he's probably one of the best, if not the best, like, Midwest player. Aside from, like, the kind of, like, the loft concentration and those sort of guys. Because, like, he had that streak in the beginning of Ultimate, for example, where he didn't drop a tournament for 20 tournaments in a row. Like,
oh, wow.
He's actually, like, super insanely good at this game. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeti. I mean, seeing it last night, Yeti actually won our local Orbitar last night and did insanely well. Seeing him play was insane, and it looks like we're going into this game. We have two Foxes on the board, Gengur with supporting H4, and Comet supporting Yeti, and Yeti on his trademark Mega Man.
Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of edgeguard potential actually coming out from the yellow team, given that they have an enemy Fox that they can try to harass off stage. Both Pikachu and Fox also can, like, edgeguard Fox really well.
Exactly, and then but also on the other side too, Yeti, Fox notoriously has a very linear recovery, so it'll be interesting to see how Yeti is able to abuse that. And it looks like Yeti has off.
he's able to just have so much stage presence right now as Mega Man because of the projectiles he's able to bring out, right? Just having pellets, having metal blade to cover so much of the stage just from center stage helps him assist Comet a lot. And as a result, you know, they take out Gengur's first stock, and they have Gengur. Wait, do they have the?
They have it
switch?
swapped. That's what messed me up and had me stumbling over my words.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
So I looked at it and I saw, wait, Gengur's playing Pikachu. That's not right.
Yeah,
but
okay.
they did that because
I guess they're butts.
Gengur has this thing where he calls H4 head all the time.
Okay.
So that's what messed me up the first time. Those guys, I'm gonna get them later.
All right.
So Yeti has H4 off stage right now, gets the up tilt, and it looks like he actually.
That ability for this team is actually so gross because you want to block against this team. There's Mega Man with all his projectiles, and there's also Fox who's in your face, right?
Yeah.
But then the fact that they can grab and then Mega Man walks up and up tilts you and kills you for that is nuts.
It's nuts, and it's just interesting to see that, especially Mega Man's grabs, they're not bad. They're actually pretty decent. So it's really hard to contest with, especially with the Fox and the Pikachu, because like with Pikachu especially, the one thing you can do consistently that is hard for Pikachu to deal with is grabs.
Yeah.
So we have some great control coming out from Comet. Comet doing such a great job of being there and supporting Yeti. I love watching this, but Yeti doesn't seem like he needs much support at all. It seems in total control, but as I say that, is off stage from H4. That was a very interesting down air, and it worked super well.
Yeah, sour hit, it looks like, but that's all you really need. And as a result, you know, Red Team has themselves a solid 2-stock lead, almost 2.5 stock if you look at what Gengur's percentage is. Fox being one of the lightest characters in the game, I think somewhere like in the bottom 6 or so.
Yeah, like he is featherweight, I do definitely know that. Now it looks like Gengur is trying to get back to stage. Tries to get the edge guard attempt. Comet does, but unfortunately gets hit by the Fox's recovery Firefox, excuse me. Great up smash coming out from Comet. We can see Gengur is trying to keep center stage control and doing a decent job of it. They're able to finally bring this back to a one-stock game, but they're at a big disadvantage right now.
This is, yeah, wow, actually.
Great DI coming out from Gengur.
Yeah, being able to barely survive that. Trying to set up for another up tilt, but fantastic mashing by H4DS. Able to live a little bit longer.
Oh, that was really
that was
great.
Pretty spicy, yeah.
That was a great shine coming out. And it looks like, all right, so it looks like Gengur is off the board. This is not an unwinnable matchup right now.
I love the angle that Comet chose. Just make the most inconvenient edge guarding angle for something abusive from H4DS. And you still have the Yeti to back you up too with some projectiles. And the back throw is all you need.
The back throw is going to do it. It looked like maybe some suspect DI, but it is possible. It looked like maybe he just... It looked like possibly what happened is either it was definitely he died or maybe just like not correct DI.
I mean, there's the potential that he was mashing.
Yeah.
Because like he had a high enough percent that Yeti could hold him in place for a little bit and then Comet could run him an up smash, right? So trying to mash out, because we saw how hard Hades, H4DS rather, had mashed out in order to escape the up tilt coming out from Yeti earlier. So I think it might have been just the same thing.
Anytime I play H4 in friendlies, anytime he gets grabbed, it sounds like he's breaking his controller with how hard he mashes. Like, look, he breaks that controller, I swear, every time. It almost sounds like it.
It makes me wonder, has he played Brawl? Because it's usually the Brawl players that mash out really hard.
I think he has. I'm not 100% sure.
That's just baseless speculation, right?
That is baseless. It looks like H4 and Gengur are talking. Gengur was definitely supporting H4. He was definitely like not doing a terrible job of it, but Comet and Yeti just kept him off stage and seemed like since Comet does play Fox, they were able to abuse that recovery more because they had more control, essentially, of the stage.
And I think the other difference is just their follow-ups off of each other were just that much more polished, right? Like, the fact that Yeti just knew immediately, Comet got a grab, up tilt immediately, right? Mm-hmm. That lack of hesitation to find punishes that strong. It did them a lot of favors in the previous game.
And that's the name of the game for Yeti. And for Comet, no hesitation. They just go in. Once they realize what the other teammate is doing, they immediately act on it without really even a second thought. Like, it's just second nature to them. So
Red team right now fighting for that center stage, but managing to not only get it, but taking a stock off the yellow team as well.
Yeah, Gengur losing that stock 30 seconds in, already at a bit of a disadvantage. However, not totally unwinnable yet. They can still make this comeback. Gengur is a great player from behind. Hopefully he'll be able to show that today in doubles.
I did like the fact that Gengur, when he recognized the fact that he had the beginning of an edge guard on Comet, he decided to help his teammate H4 for that 2v1 versus Yeti, right? That recognition of we want to set up as many of our own 2v1s as possible and stop 2v1s on us. That's kind of making yourself into a higher level doubles player than, like, say, like the round one.
100%, and it's really great to see. And it looks like we saw Gengur also holding it there. It looked like H4 maybe wanted to get something. That was untechable, baby.
Yeah, but that was on his teammate.
And that was such a great,
Comet.
that was such a great edge guard coming out from H4, just back to back, making this all of a sudden an even game, actually in their favor.
This is now very possible for the yellow team. It's tricky because Gengur still is at that death percent. Ooh, Comet almost getting that air dodge. But
you mean H4?
H4, yes. I just messed that up too, yeah.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah, making me look like a fool. But yeah, H4 is playing appropriately conservatively as well. He recognizes that his stock does have so much value just for being alive, and he's tossing out the small light commitments he can to just be annoying.
Great DI coming out there from H4DS, almost dying to that forward smash, but the fantastic DI. His DI is impeccable, but reading the roll, Yeti will get that kill onto H4, and this is all of a sudden not really an even game. Gengur losing a stock somewhere in there.
Yeah, Gengur got edge guarded by Comet during the time where H4 is just fighting against Yeti, and that's kind of been, unfortunately, what's been catching Gengar so much is just consistent edge guarding.
That's definitely been the one thing, and it looks like Comet, just because you're going up against one of the best foxes in North America, and probably in the world, you're dealing with someone who knows the character in and out, knows his weaknesses, knows his strengths, knows how to edge guard him, especially in the mirror match. So
right now the 2v1 attempt to edge guard Yeti doesn't pan out. In fact, Yeti turns it around, takes out Gengar, and then H4DS barely makes it back on stage, but we have only 2 stocks apiece, but the red stocks are heavily bloody.
Heavily bloody yet, so this is definitely something that they could make come back. If they have to get rid of Yeti, like, right now. They have to kill Yeti. You can see H4 finally getting that after that extended edge guard. We got the back air strings coming out.
Another back air.
Another back air.
And Yeti recognizes that he's trying to go out there and exert
This is exactly
pressure.
what they needed, but unfortunately, H4 overstepping the boundaries just a little bit and getting punished for going so low for that edge guard.
Yeah, that is so, like, because he had the right idea over and over again, planning these back airs, but being caught by the Firefox hitbox, that thing is really strong in this game.
It's very strong. It's unbelievably strong, and I loved what he was trying to do there. He had such a great edge guard set up, but gets the up tilt. Unfortunate. They almost brought that back. They did such a good job, H4 especially, doing such a great job of keeping Comet off stage, especially in that last stock. However, one slight misstep and it cost him, and he unfortunately missed the tech and maybe just didn't expect it. So, and that's how that game turned around. They were bringing it back. It was very competitive in that last game, but Comet and Yeti, their aggression was just too much, and their matchup knowledge was especially
like because they both had foxes. Fox is very, very common matchup in this game, so a lot of folks have an unfortunate huge amount of experience edge guarding this character, which makes recovering with him rather challenging. And we saw that come out from both teams. And that was kind of like, as you alluded to, the tragedy that happened for H4 was that he was starting to set up his own really oppressive edge guard on Comet, the sort of thing that they needed to bring the game back. And then just one misalignment, and then suddenly Firefox literally kills you for being wrong. Because you're Pikachu on Smashville. So it's a small size blast zone stage, and you're light, so you just go flying right afterwards. But on top of that, like, you know, it's #1 in Minnesota, number 1 in Wisconsin, going up against, that's really, really tough to fight. I mean, they were flowing out here for a reason.
Looks like we're about ready to get some eggs laid right now after that break. Thank you guys for bearing with us through that. And now we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see who, it looks like we might just be doing a button check, but no. And what's actually funny to know about, you might be wondering why Dam is using the tag TC. His name used to be Thundercat.
Okay.
So he changed it. I'm going to assume he changed it after the Kendrick Lamar album came out, Damn. For those who don't want to, go listen to that album. But Now
Good
he
take.
is Dam, and we're going to see if he owns up to that name as we get into this doubles match. Game 1, and it looks like, I imagine we're going to, not Pokemon Stadium, we're going to Town and City.
Very, very large blast zone. It actually wouldn't surprise me if the blue team took one look at Ken and was like, all right, so we're banning anything without massive ceilings. And we're forcing them to take us here.
Definitely don't want to go to PS2 with Ken, or just small ceilings like you were saying, and it looks like we're seeing Ted actually, or not Ted, Robotnik going with this DDD.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that, but we'll see how it plays out. He, of course, has a lot more experience than I do. So,
and Ruff getting that combo, keeping Robotnik in the air. You can see Dam off to the corner. I love the stage control right now that Dam and Ruff seem to have, but ooh, great TI come in there, but reads the.
Yeah, we had a beautiful edge guard just coming out from Robotnik on that, and all the while we had Ted just kind of keeping Ruff completely busy on the other side of the stage.
Yeah, Ruff.
Blue team taking advantage of the projectiles that they have to bring to bear and just their really strong kill moves while they're juggling.
Very strong kill moves indeed, and it looks like Ruff is going to lose his stock. Ted and Dr. Robotnik are sticking to these stocks pretty well. Dr. Robotnik, DDD, big character, probably has a long life, especially with this high ceiling, which I can imagine when they picked this stage, Robotnik thought, all right, I'm going DDD. This is the perfect time.
Yeah. I think that was part of the motivation of the choice was that, and I think the other thing is Mario and Ken as characters that have really good anti-air options. Oh my God!
Did you see that? Dr. Robotnik intimidated them so much. He just stood there and like danced around and then finally landed it. Oh.
Like what was beautiful about it is he baited Dan into breaking his focus and dashing forward, and he waited for that, spun around, and caught the dash. That was great.
That was such a great bait and such an intimidating. When you have a jet hammer coming up, you get intimidated. It's hard not to be just.
You know that move has armor, right?
Yes.
Like, that is actually a legitimate scary option.
It really is, because it's like when you approach, it's like, I am going to die. And it looked like that happened to Dam. That was, gets hit by the hammer and the Gordo. And it seems like Dr. Robotnik and Ted just have total stage control right now. Dam and Ruff off to the right side of the stage.
Other than that, it's actually just a single stock lead for the blue team. Still have a lot better in terms of percents as well. So we'll see whether or not red team can find it. They definitely have the early killing capacity to bring this back.
If Ruff needs to hang on to this stock as long as he can, because if he loses the stock, then it's just going to be him after TC dies. TC on his last leg right now at 156%, and there it goes, and there goes TC. Ruff, excuse me, TC, I keep calling him TC. Damn.
Yeah. Dam is dead, though, and it's,
whoa, Robotnik! That was such a great edge guard.
Beautiful chase by Ruff, just knowing how scared he had Robotnik and capitalizing it.
I love the edge guard coming out. Robotnik just playing really scared there for some reason. I can't really explain as to why.
We're having a bit of nervousness coming out from the blue team as they're just trying to keep Ruff out. Like, they're not throwing out as many projectiles, and I have to wonder if they're afraid they're... Oh, that's it.
Yeah, they got his jump.
Yeah.
But I loved Robotnik. I loved the intimidation factor he had. He made them play so scared, especially Dam, because Dam, we saw, like you were saying, he was playing around the jet hammer, but Robotnik knew what he was going to do and turned around and whipped it.
Yeah.
And just got him. Like, they kept the center stage control. I loved the stage pick.
The stage pick actually ended up panning out really well for them. I think another benefit of Town and City was that since it's such a wide stage in terms of just stage space, when they had both members of the opposing team being edge guarded, it made it even harder for if one member of that team landed, they wouldn't be able to run across the stage and assist their teammate. They're still stuck on the other side, and by keeping those edge guards going for as long as possible, they found quite a few kills that way as well. They had a really good sense for catching those landings at the ledge.
Tet doing a really good job of separating them.
Yes.
Tet was really good at separating. No, you're not helping Ken. Not at all. And we're going to a much smaller stage with a much smaller ceiling, so maybe this will play more in Dam's favor.
It's small in every direction, which, I mean, it could make a Hail Mary swing coming out from Robotnik that much scarier, but we'll see who gets the last laugh. On top of that, this is a triplat. This is Mario's bread and butter in terms of extensions. So we could see big damage coming out from the red team if they find an opening.
Absolutely. And the other thing, though, too, is we can see Robotnik having no fear going for these deep edge guards. But as we say once again, they're both separated, but Damn finally getting a Shoryuken you didn't see any of those last game.
Now they're both members of the red team aren't as scared of the Rocket Hammer. They know to just get out of the way the moment they see it come out. We've seen the attempt twice so far this game.
One thing that makes Damn so scary and Ken so scary in general is we almost saw Robotnik's shield get broken. That certainly would have resulted in pretty close to a stock, if not the stock. So Damn off to the left.
Yeah, being just kind of kept away as the blue team tries to edgeguard Ruff, but they aren't able to find it. And, you know, honestly, those Shoryus did break up the blue team.
They did. Like, everyone was like, holy crap, we got to look out. But unfortunately, going for those Shoryus a little too hard, getting punished for it. Robotnik was ready. And we can see as right now, maybe not so much right now, wow.
The thought process, I think, with all those wild Shoryus is, hey, this is Yoshi, so I can land on a platform right afterwards, and I'm a bit safer than I normally would be. But Robotnik kind of caught wind of the Shoryu and immediately outside before the landing could even happen.
That makes sense, and we see them, both teams fighting for center stage control. We've seen this game and all of last game almost, both Damn and Ruff were off to the side, kind of trying to fight their way back, but not able to. Great.
Red team now, they're the ones at the main stage.
Great forward smash coming out from Ruff, puts Tet off stage.
Robotnik's turn to keep people off, and it works. Tet just manages to come back to the stage without any further harassment.
That was such a great combo coming out from Tet. He actually, so what we saw there, Robotnik was getting comboed by Ruff. Tet parried it and then did, I believe, an up smash, and that led into a kill where he got thrown into the air and Robotnik up aired, and it killed him off the top. Great combos coming out from both of them. Yeah,
the team kill, though, a little unfortunate because that sets up now Tet to be the... Oh, actually, never mind. They had one more stock than I counted. All right, but they're still, 2 against 3 stocks. Not a good spot to be. We're going to need to be able to find a way to get rid of Damn stock.
But unfortunately, Tet SDing. We saw that, unfortunately, what happened. During that, we saw Ruff get a great combo, the combo that we wanted to see on, I believe it was Tet, getting the up air strings, or maybe it was Dr. Robotnik. It was one of them, but still got those up air strings and was able to get that bread and butter combo that we'd love to see.
Yeah, but this is looking really tough, as we've seen before.
And that should be it.
Yeah. DDD already has a rough time, and then when you're on a tri-plat stage against Mario, if he manages to get a reset on a platform so that he has his mid-air jump and your hit stun above him, you're basically dead in that situation. We saw him pull off the ceiling combo twice there with the super jump punch, and that's just one of the threats of going to a small ceiling stage against that team. It's not even just Ken, it's also Mario has that ability as well.
I'm surprised they didn't ban it. I imagine they banned PS2. I would like to think if they want to ban like small ceilings.
PS2, yeah, Mario can ceiling carry pretty well there on PS2.
Battlefield was probably another one.
Battlefield actually has a large ceiling.
Okay.
It is a tri-flat stage, so they still will take a lot of damage. But it has way bigger blast zones than Yoshi's story.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So it'll be interesting to see what their counter pick is going to be here.
Yeah.
Damn and Ruff had way more synergy. It sounded like they found kind of maybe a game plan around how to play around it. The stage pick obviously helped quite a bit. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see if they're able to translate this into a stage maybe not favored towards them as much. But we're going to PS2.
Yeah, it is actually going to be PS2. I was going to say, I would assume their next pick would have been things like Battlefield and Kalos, the really large blast zone stages, which when those are banned out, you're left with like FD, a stage with no place to land against Mario and Ken. That sounds nasty. You're left with going to Smashville again. You can't go to town because of DSR, and Lilat's always a crapshoot. Yeah, PS2 just kind of makes sense.
Lilat, I have yet to see Lilat in a doubles game here in Washington.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen it here in Washington. It probably has happened, of course.
Oh, it's definitely happened. But yeah, in Washington, that's still impressive.
So we have great stage control coming out from Damn. I love how he was staying in center. He's been staying in center way more, going off when he needs, almost dying. Great reaction from Tet. But unfortunately, he just killed his teammate.
Yeah, that was really, really unfortunate. But it's still, I mean, look at the stocks and the percent. They still tell a very even story. The stage control is only slightly favored to the blue team. They have the red team really nice and sandwiched up from one corner to the next.
Yeah, Ruff off to this right side of the stage, trying to fight his way back. Finally gets back into the center stage. I love what Tet is doing, where he's overwhelming them with projectiles, while Robotnik is doing a good job of staying on top of them. Tam already on his last stock.
Okay, that was hilarious. So Robotnik was running to assist Ted as he was fighting Ruff, and then he recognized Dam dropping from the Angel platform and just turned around and ran to the other side. He's like, nope, no, I'm not running under Invincible Ken.
That was that Dr. Robotnik, he is one of the funniest players so far in this set. Like, next to Elegant and KYX and Alchemic set, wow.
I love that answer. Is right? You're coming down and you're not doing an offensive option. Here's a Shoryu. You're pressing a button.
Dam is really great at his punish game. That's one of the things that it makes him impeccable as a player. His punish game is on point. He's done a really good job at refining it. And then now, looks like Dam is off to the right side, trying to get his way back. Ruff doing a great job keeping center stage control, trying to get in and support his teammate.
Blue team still doing a really solid job, and yeah, we have Robotnik able to escape that ceiling carry.
I love the back and forth kind of motion that we see. Both, it's like one team will have stage control, then another, one team. It's great to see that, but also I feel like I've seen Blue maybe just get a little more out of it so far than the red team. But with that being said, the stocks play a very even
Beautiful
story.
Punish. That's exactly the opening they needed to turn that around. Just Tet catching, Dam getting a little bit too preoccupied with his corner combo and poking through.
Tilt.
And this is it. Ruff alone against 3 stocks.
I'm surprised we didn't see Dam take the stock from Ruff, but unfortunately, I guess Ruff felt confident. And it looks like Tet is going to SD there, maybe getting a little spooked from Ruff.
It's not quite clear to me what happened, but I mean, in any case, we do have Robotnik recognizing the situation for what it is, having more confidence in Mega Man's ability to play neutral against Mario than his own, and I can't blame him if he's at 111%. Better off covering roll and options.
And we see Ruff trying to get in on DDD, but Ted doing a good job of like staying off of him, like getting Ruff off of DDD.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
He was expecting an up throw, I think.
And even though Tet is taking these straight hits, at this point, I don't think he minds too terribly much with how ahead they are. But still, this could go either way. One straight hit, one straight smash attack. This could put them in a very bad situation.
Oh my gosh, the coverage in the trap, and Ruff finds his way through it all. Nice.
Great. Ruff is doing a really great job at these recoveries, mixing it up. Ooh, almost gets the down air.
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's that window to air dodge.
You can see him going for these down airs, maybe trying to look to get him off the top. Get to back air. Ruff is doing a really great job of bringing that back. That's a back throw. That's going to kill. This is all of a sudden really scary. Gets the up smash.
This is the last game, last hit situation for the whole set. Back throw's not quite going to do it either.
Oh, gets back on stage. This is all of a sudden Ted sets a back air.
Yeah, just air dodges away, just trying to disengage as hard as possible against this Mario. And Ruff managing to sneak in, not being a little bit too impatient though.
Oh, that's the forward smash, trying to get the reverse up smash, doesn't find it.
Gonna use the leaf shield just to get back on stage. Tet
both of them playing neutral, not wanting to overcommit. We can see not Tet.
Back throw might.
Back throw might.
Not
quite yet. This is become such a scary set for both players.
At this point, I believe up throw by Mega Man can do the trick now.
Oh, definitely. Oh, but not back throw, not quite. Maybe a little too stale. Oh, the back air is
does it.
Going to do it.
That
Ruff.
was so cool. And
you can see both Ruff and Dam congratulating him, complimenting him on his play style. Ruff did such a good job of maintaining composure. That was some of the best composure we've seen.
He had 3 stocks to get through, right?
Yeah.
Is my count right? It was 2. It was 2 stocks,
but they were
made it through. Yeah.
There was still, I believe Robotnik was, or not Robotnik, but Tet was very low. And
Tet was at 0.
And Tet was doing really good at defending Robotnik at first. However, there were just instances where I feel like Ruff adapted around it, where he's like, okay, he's starting to play. What if I get Tet off of him, and then I can go in on Robotnik? And there wasn't a lot he could do. And we could see, as soon as he did the neutral get up, the second that happened, Ruff rolled behind him, grabbed him and threw him, and that was it.
Yeah.
So that was when it started spiraling, and then we had a dead even singles match, essentially.
Yeah, and then everything just heated up from there. That was a really great set to just actually kind of close out the wave, I believe.
Yeah.
Because there were... Oh, we do have one more set.
We
awesome.
have one more
All right,
wave.
good.
But we're not closing out the set. We are going to be running ads to give a shout out to the people who make this event possible, who make these events possible. So we will be back momentarily after these ads. Thanks for sticking with us.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Port Priority 5 Doubles Pools. I'm Jake, joined here by Waldo, and we're reaching our last set of our pool. It's going to be a losers qualifier to escape the hard way out of the bracket. And we have Junior AZ and Junior Z and VenomAZ going up against local team Copper and Coda. You were just telling me about this plant with Copper,
yeah,
right?
So Copper is a dedicated plant main. He doesn't play any other character. He just plays plant. And for what it's worth, he's not bad. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how he's able to bring it into doubles and make it work. We'll have to see. Doing a really great job of maintaining control, getting a great grab on Junior Z.
Plant's potential in terms of like ledge trapping, as we've seen from like Brood's results in Japan, is absolutely suffocating. In a doubles environment with a teammate, it might be enough for disruption, but we'll just have to see. I mean, the team that they're going to be fighting right now, Junior Z, is number 3 in Arizona with Roy, and VenomAZ, I know he plays Mewtwo, but it looks like he's got a Lucina, which is a fantastic doubles character as well. A lot of disjoint coming out on the blue team. Going to help them control neutral nicely.
Absolutely, a lot of big hitboxes on their team. It looks like, I feel like with that, it's going to be interesting to see how Copper deals with it because, like I said, brawler kind of character, does have some range with the neutral B. However, maybe not as much as he would like. I love the synergy trying to come out there, trying to get the combo into the neutral B. However, not able to find it fully yet, maybe a little too far away.
Ooh, what a good improvisation off the Explosive Flame. Junior gonna go ahead and take that stock.
The unfortunate Explosive Flame putting Copper in a really bad position. Unfortunately, maybe a miscommunication there, or just wanting to get the kill, throwing the back throw. Junior AZ and Venom are doing a great job of maintaining this control. Junior has just been keeping Coda at the right side of the stage and is going to find that kill.
That was just so nasty because there's just Junior dashing back and forth at the ledge and just serving up Venom, whatever, the first one of them, and then taking out the second one by himself.
I loved that read coming out from Coda, though. Threw him down and then immediately knew where he was going to air dodge and did the forward tilt and gets it.
Patui coming at it, just smearing so much, such a huge projectile across the entire stage. Such a good move.
Such a great move. But one thing we see from Coda, unfortunately, throwing out these explosive flames, and they're not panning out really well. They're putting damage on the Copper, putting him in really precarious scenarios. And we see great up smash coming out from Coda.
Yeah, catching that jump recovery. Just kind of what they needed to put Venom on his last stock. And keeping, the red team with the very slimmest of leads. Honestly, I would call them kind of behind. Because if both members of their team get hit by a kill attack, one after the other, now they're a full stock behind.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see Copper doing a really great job of hanging on to the stock. Already at 153%. Oh, almost gets the read with the forward smash. Doesn't quite get it, but here we have a familiar scenario with Coda off stage. Finally, Copper going to lose that stock.
And I love this, Junior just kind of recognizing that his teammate is caught in the corner, prioritizes rescue above all else. Very good team's work.
I love Copper's center stage control right now, but also Junior AZ and Junior Z and VenomAZ just keeping up this aggression, not giving Coda really any room to breathe. They've been super aggressive on Coda. Great counter coming out. One of the counters that worked out.
Blue team caught behind, but Junior managing to sneak past that up smash. Almost came out.
Almost came out. Yeah. Very close. It was about to, but almost air dodges right into that up smash. We can see Coda really fishing for these up smashes. Not getting him. I love the back air, though. The down throw into the back air. Confirmed combo. I love it. Gonna get that kill. Pretty much a dead even game right now.
No, Venom's actually one hit away from dying. Yeah, this is it's really all on Venom to stay alive for as long as possible. The moment Venom dies, it's nearly a done deal for Junior, unfortunately, because it's going to be a 2v1 once again.
I will say Junior or Copper and Coda are doing such a great job of holding there. Oh, right now he gets the roll read.
Okay, and now things get really challenging. Junior going to be able to find himself actually, holding himself really nicely.
Doing a great job getting, if he can get this kill onto Coda,
I think part of it is
familiar scenario.
I don't really know if like Copper and Coda have figured out like how they want to overwhelm in the 2v1 because like Copper doesn't really seem to have an idea of what buttons he can press.
Yeah, it does. It does seem like very confused. It seems Coda is doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now, but we'll have to see. Maybe he'll be able to come on a little bit, doing a lot of dash attacks, not getting punished for it.
We do, you know, to be fair, Copper is also at 120%, so maybe he's just hanging back because he doesn't want to lose the stock.
That is also a very real possibility.
That way you don't force it into a 1v1, which could immediately turn around. And man, Junior having so much confidence.
Both
Look at
of them
this.
off to the corner.
Like they're both in the corner shielding, even though this is a 2v1 for them.
Seem so. Oh no! That's another thing we've seen, and it's happened like time and time again in this set. Coda is throwing out these explosive flames, and they're not panning out. They're killing Copper, putting him in bad situations. That's the second time we've seen that.
This is putting Junior in the position to take this first game, having himself a solid edge guard, not able to pick up the neutral get-up he's expecting, and instead, Coda finds his way back to center stage.
Oh, gets the weak hit of the back air. Unfortunate.
Yeah, the jab to back air not quite connecting as easily for Roy at these higher percents.
Let's see what's the option going to be here from Coda? What's it going to be from Junior? Junior has him cornered right now.
Junior kind of thinking it over. It looks like he hasn't made up his mind what to do. Just trotting back and forth.
166%. That explosive flame almost connected.
Coda sneaks past again with the roll get-up.
That's going to be That's such a...
Gets it, yeah.
That was such a great read coming out from Coda. Coda was the MVP of that set, doing a lot of the heavy lifting, like I mentioned. However, he also almost undid all the work that he did with killing his teammate twice in that set.
Yeah.
Because there was once with the explosive flame where VenomAZ realized the positional advantage, and and Junior realized the positional advantage they had, where they were both up in the air. Junior was below Copper and realized it and did the up air, and that killed him immediately off the top. So Coda doing a great job of holding down his ground, but has to be much more cognizant of like how he throws out those explosive flames, not to put Copper in a bad situation, because that was that situation could have been avoided. It was still great, and they were still able to bring it out. However, it could have been a lot different had it not been Coda putting Copper in those situations. But we're going to go into game number 2, new game.
Going to start on Town and City. As we said before, very large blast on stage, just very large stage to maneuver around, a lot of space to play on.
Yeah, this will be interesting for characters specifically. Lucina did have her kill power nerfed just a little bit. She's still a monster to deal with. Roy, though, I don't think this is going to change much for Roy, but we'll have to see. My
main thought is Red Team is the team with projectiles, right? So the more space you have built up, that's more space that you can just kind of rely on that to help carry you through. And of course, there's the FD mode where that could potentially become more limiting. But when you're getting covered by two swordsmen on either side, you can't ever throw out one of those boxes, so it doesn't really matter as much. But the falling there, beautiful by Coda.
I love the edge guard from Coda. They both seem great. I love the counter too. Coda has really been on point this game, doing really great. Edge guarding Junior, going really deep for that. And also at the same time too, we have Copper, unfortunately, losing that. It looked like some sus DI, maybe a little bit, but I like how he is trying to keep center stage control, trying to stay on top of him, but like you said, maybe not familiar with the buttons that he has to hit.
Yeah, but we still have Blue Team holding on to center stage, just kind of been the trend for this whole game, especially, actually VenomAZ has lost a stock, but they still have themselves a solid % lead over the other team. A lot of more things are going to be able to take out Coda, especially at the ledge. There we go. There's the back air. And Copper's stuck on the other ledge up against VenomAZ.
Junior at 107%. That's a very dangerous %. Goes for the up smash, doesn't find it. That is a great edge guarding tool, but maybe Junior was just ready for that.
I mean, I feel like
that's a grab. That should be a back throw.
Yeah. Given the way that the previous game ended, I wouldn't be surprised to just see, and we are seeing just Junior having a lot of confidence against both members of the Red Team, because he literally won the 2v1, just by himself, just with neutral. So I think he just has that confidence that he understands how they're going to be playing just right now.
Yeah, that confidence coming out in dividends right now. VenomAZ going to get that kill onto Copper onto his last stock. But As I say that, VenomAZ also in his last stock. We're looking at a pretty much dead even game right now. Looks like red team has not the situational advantage, but they have the stage advantage. As I say that, though, blue team takes it back. And we have VenomAZ just throwing out these aerials.
Junior was looking for to finish off Copper stock right there. Didn't quite find it. Almost.
Definitely. VenomAZ is just going around, throwing out these aerials, staying very air mobile, like mobile in the air, and doing a great job of staying on top of Copper specifically.
Oh, what a good Dolphin Slash. Okay.
That was a really great up B coming out from Venom. And now, this game, if they can get rid of Junior quick, then this will be pretty much dead even, except for VenomAZ, who's also at 76%, needs to be a bit careful.
Meanwhile, Junior still just kind of leading the charge to bully red team back in that corner. And once they're in that corner, like,
they're having a hard time really getting out.
It looks like there's not a lot they can do that won't also hit their teammate, and they're both aware of it, so they're both just afraid to press any sort of button. And it just gets them forced further and further back, but in the meantime, they managed to take out Junior in the process. Very much worth it. But with everybody at their last stock, and especially so many at kill percent, except for Junior at the freshness, it's looking very possible for blue team to just close this out with a 2-0.
Oh dear.
That was a weird angle for the back air to send.
Copper unfortunately falls there.
That was straight up. Oh, whatever.
That was interesting to see. As we can see, it looks like Junior's trying to be the main aggressor here, but they might be overstepping their bounds just a little bit. VenomAZ does not want to lose this stock right now.
Yep. Almost getting the follow-up. But just like that, right? They recognize Venom just stands here. He can react with a forward smash on a lot of these things, or at least a down tilt. And then you have Roy's kill power to follow it up. And
that was a great forward air coming out, able to close out that stock. They still kept it decently competitive. However, it felt like Junior and Venom had a much firmer grasp of who they were going up against. I like how they maintained where you had Venom up in the air throwing out aerials, doing a really great job of maintaining air control, while Junior kept stage control, but also would go off stage for these crazy edge guards.
Yeah. Is this best of 5?
I don't believe this is best of 5.
They're still sitting there. This looks like it's best of 5.
Oh, no. Coda and Copper won the first game.
Did they win the first game?
Yeah, they did.
I thought Junior Z won that.
No, it was Coda and Copper.
Oh, it was an error. Right. Yeah. I completely misremember that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It happens.
Wow.
That's why I'm here. It's all good. It's okay.
My apologies, guys.
Yeah, so now we're going to game 3, and we're going to Yoshi's story. So we're going to see the same picks coming out from Copper. And it's the same picks all across the board.
I think the main thing for Red Team is there are moments they get clumped together and bullied by these pointed sticks, which makes sense. You don't really feel comfortable throwing out hitboxes against them, but being able to find ways to break out of those combat-controlled situations to reassert yourself back to center stage is really important. And that's been, once they get forced into the corner, they just take so much damage and abuse there.
And that's what we're seeing happen right now with Copper already off into the corner. I like the edge guard coming out, though, with the neutral B.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. One thing to note, though, is this is the losers quarterfinals of the pool. Whoever wins this will make it into top 32 tomorrow.
That's right.
So this is game 3, so there's a lot on the line for these players right now.
And this being Yoshi's story, this is a very small blast zone stage, which I just have to point out, this is Roy's bread and butter is going to be able to kill really early, especially if he manages to land a double-edged dance. He hasn't been looking for it yet, but this is a stage where the reward for it could be very worth at an early percent.
Absolutely. I love the up smash, getting both of them, putting them in a really bad situation.
Yeah, of course, this is also Palutena who can abuse these triplats really nicely herself with cancels, and Pitsui being able to pressure a lot of these juggles. So everybody gets something they like here.
VenomAZ and Junior were playing really passive on that platform, and Junior going to lose his stock for it. They were playing super scared for some reason and ended up getting put in a very bad situation up in the air, and then Junior eventually losing his stock. Dash attack is going to clear up that stock from Coda, though.
So I think one thing that this stage is helping when it comes to being cornered is the platforms are low enough here and are always over the edges, so that if that ever happens, red team can just jump and escape that way, too. They don't have to go immediately through the blue team. That's helping them diffuse pressure really nicely.
I do like that they're able to diffuse it. And once again, we have a pretty much VenomAZ still on his first stock, so he's at 117. If he's able to hang on for this for a while and get some meaningful damage onto Coda and onto Copper, this may be able to spiral out of control. But as I say that, the back air from Coda is going to land.
Continues to be dead even right now.
This is a very back and forth set coming out from both sets of teams, keeping it very competitive.
Coda taking his time while trying to slowly make his way back to Copper, and Copper, meanwhile, just sneaks his way back off the ledge, doesn't really need the assistance.
Copper, we see Copper often cornering himself in these sets, but
beautiful disruption.
I love that.
Yeah, taking full advantage of the down social by Plant. And the great thing about it is it's hard to be mindful of it when the opponent isn't actually moving towards you, that they're actually aiming you. One
thing I love that I've seen Copper do is like he's going for these more offstage edge guards with his neutral B, and it's really great to see that maybe he's starting to figure out, okay, this is what I can do. It's great to see like a player sort of get better as the set progresses on. I love seeing that. VenomAZ and Junior have total stage control right now, keeping them both off, keeping both Copper and Coda completely off stage right now. That air dodge might do it. Nope.
No shield break either, and the up throw is all that's needed. This is such a tiny ceiling.
Oh, man, and now all of a sudden Copper and Coda in a really good situation right now. Both of them at high percentages, but hopefully they'll be able to get some damage on and keep this game in their favor. We'll have to wait and see. Junior going really deep for that edge guard. He wanted it. Great DI coming out from Coda, though. And we're both back off stage once again. VenomAZ. Coda's throwing out these counters, and they're somehow working out really well for him.
There's so many hitboxes flying out everywhere, right? Like you can count on something touching you.
Oh, yeah, and we also, one thing I've mentioned, too, with Coda is he's not throwing out explosive flames as much anymore. He's definitely being more conservative. Realizing that in the first game, they almost lost because of this situations that they put Copper in. So it's great that we've seen some adaptation coming out from him as well.
Yeah.
Junior,
if anything, it's actually Copper is the stock tank. He's the only player left with 2 stocks, and he's been able to just keep that in part because his teammate is playing around him
that
so
was
well.
a great disruption.
Oh,
but unfortunately going to lose his stock. We got some meaningful damage onto VenomAZ. We're going to have to see maybe if they can get that stock cleared up sooner rather than later. Junior, though, did a really great job of composing himself in that 2v1. Junior off stage. Coda really going for that edge guard, almost costing him, though.
But I mean, the payoff of being able to take out the one member of your opposing team, force that 2v1 is so huge, especially when, you know, VenomAZ is at 130% and you yourself at 90. That's, yeah, very tough situation.
Junior going in and, like, protected his teammate by all costs. Venom realizes that he was about to get down thrown.
Oh, that was
wow,
it.
Protects it. That was
the tiniest peck interrupting the Dolphin Slash and doing the trick, and that's it.
Now all of a sudden it's Copper versus Junior AZ, or Junior. We'll have to see maybe what can happen here. Gets a down throw.
Catching all of these landings right now, calling out the fact that Copper doesn't want to press any button just with this so much aggression.
Goes for these dash attacks. Gets the neutral B. Is that it?
That's
going to be it.
The Patui seals it out, and Copper and Coda get a move on to top 32 loser side.
That was a very...
Taking out Arizona in the process,
yeah,
too.
So some of the best players in Arizona.
Well, I don't know. VenomAZ I don't think is ranked, but Junior Z is.
Junior Z, that's who I meant. But still, it's very... We saw... It was like a switch around almost, where Coda did a lot of the heavy lifting game 1.
Yeah.
And then game 2, it felt a little more neutral. But then game 3, Copper came alive.
Yeah.
It was awesome where they seemed like they realized, okay, these are the mistakes we're making. We need to fix that. I'll stop using Coda. I'll stop using explosive flames. And Copper, I'll stop cornering myself as much. I'll get in there. I'll maintain center stage control. And that was awesome to see. And Venom and Junior also did a great job too, but they kept playing really scared in that game that I saw. Like, there was an instance where they were on the platform and they were playing really cautious of Copper on the ground, but then ended up landing into a explosive flame that put them in a really bad situation up above, and they unfortunately Junior lost his stock, and that was sort of the downward spiral that caused that to go in their favor.
I think part of it was, like you mentioned, Cobra was looking a lot more alive in that last game, and part of it was bringing out the Patui a lot more and placing it really, really nicely. Like, just to start out the game, running off and doing a Patui to use it as an edgeguard tool, or the fact that the platform...
Is that what it's called, a Patui?
Yeah, it's actually called Patui.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And, like, being able to use that just underneath platforms, right? Because the opponent is stuck on that level, and you can just lift the spike ball right there and poke them over and over again. It makes coming down from a juggle against plant so stressful. And when you're just thinking about what the plant can do with that one spike ball, you can just forget explosive flame might happen, and you drop down into that. So it's just a series of traps being set up in that whole landing game. It was really nicely done.
Yeah, there were a lot of traps that were being set, and being set very well in that set. I loved being able to watch it, especially since Coda and Copper, the other thing that happened is, even though they were both, like, one was carrying the weight during the first game and then it started to drift off, they came together more as a team. And they had way more synergy in Game 2 and in Game 3 especially, and it was awesome. Junior and Venom did a fantastic job. They kept it very competitive. Again, Junior is one of Arizona's best. He did a really great job of holding his composure, especially in those 2v1 situations, but unfortunately not able to seal it out. However, they're still singles. I imagine they're still in, hopefully, and we're hopefully going to get to see them play on stream next. However, I think that might do it for us.
I think that is us for this wave of doubles, guys. I hope you had a great time, and of course, most of today on this side stream is just going to be a whole bunch of doubles action. So if this is what you want to see, plenty more along the way, and a lot of fantastic doubles teams coming out from all over the country. So stay tuned for that. And until then, I mean, I've had a great time. Waldo, it's been fun getting to meet you here and getting to find you.
Yeah, I've had a great time.
Highlight of my weekend.
You know, Waldo became a Smash player. Also, the other thing is we have singles coming up as well over on Satellite Smash, I believe. But also tonight we have an amazing event. Banjo. We have Locust and Friends versus the Banjos.
I will be commentating that. Yeah,
and I'm excited. I will be participating in that.
Good luck.
Yeah, you get to see some hot banjo action. I swear, I'm gonna
take
make
a stock,
regret.
please.
I'm gonna take a stock.
Okay,
I promise
thank
for you. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the tournament.
Hey guys, welcome back to Smash Ultimate Doubles here at Prodigy 5. I am Frashad, and we got my man
Mad.
All right, we're continuing here in the heart of the University of Washington in Seattle, and we're going to get down to some doubles business here. We got a lot of pools still left to go. We were in Pool D, correct?
Yeah, Pools D1 and
Pool
D2.
D. Now, we're going to see a lot of competitors here come today, and I want to see kind of – doubles is still kind of like a hidden thing to me because there's so much to discover with so many characters and so much – you can bring all these new bags of tricks to doubles, I feel.
Yeah,
and it really is just like a lot of surprises. So look forward to it.
We also got a lot of unique characters because of just the variety of regions that have come out, and I think we're gonna see some interesting doubles teams. So.
Yeah, most definitely. We have a lot of top players, including Salem. We got Dark Wizzy. We got Myron. We got a lot to kind of showcase here today, and I wouldn't be surprised if top 8 is just full of the players that we invited. that would be something else.
Obviously. Hopefully they can put on a show. That's what we wanted. That's why we invited them out here. So
yeah, and PNW wise, do you have anybody in mind that would, team wise, that you would hopefully like to see later in bracket?
From PNW?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Who's Captain L teaming with?
Ooh, that is a good question. I thought it would have been Locust maybe, off the top of my head, but that's something I'm a little unfamiliar with. The thing about doubles is you need to be stagnant or not. So.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get on to the next match, though, and we have Mr. E on the spotlight there. I see him.
Yeah, Mr. E and Prodigy, and looks like they're going to be going up against Wimplo and YOLO.
Oh, wow, Wimplo. Wimplo was supposed to be the man that was commentating instead of me, but I'm glad to see him through bracket. Now I'm going to help my mans out here through YOLO and Wimplo. YOLO used to be from Seattle, now part of California, chasing his dreams and whatnot. Villager main. Wimplo, the legendary Ike from PNW. Very methodical play. Prodigy, what can you tell me about him?
So from what I've seen, Prodigy, obviously he's got the punish game down to a T. Very, I like his option select when it comes to covering certain options, whether it's ledge options, neutral get up. Sometimes he'll just throw out a linear hitbox, or he'll use a flowchart kind of. And then sometimes he'll kind of just switch it up and go for a hard read, like an F smash. So I don't know. I'd say that he's pretty explosive, and he'll go for like a lot of reads that'll kind of just like change the pace of the match.
Yeah, sounds like he kind of like, he smells blood in the water. He kind of just goes for it.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, Mr. E is there to cover whatever option he can, right? He's probably going to pull out the Mario for the doubles. And I can only imagine why would you not pull out like Elisina. He's very versed in the, Marcina characters, and I think that character might be the best in doubles. Just because how versatile you can be with in terms of edge guarding.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like Prodigy cover the ground, Elisina covers the air.
Yeah, I can see that. So, yeah, I haven't actually seen Mr. E play a whole lot. I'm assuming, obviously, since he's probably going to be pulling out the Marcina, probably got a pretty flow charting neutral. Probably going to revolve a lot around, spacing out and reacting to like teammates, stuff like that.
Yeah, you basically want to like capitalize on every straight hit you can get between like ping ponging. We'll probably definitely see like anytime Mr. maybe we'll get a fair, we'll see the juggle point from Prodigy. And it'll be really important to look out for those cues. And I can only imagine when it comes from the Wimplo and YOLO side, Villager's gonna probably like stock tank a lot more. You can run away. You can run away, throw those projectiles, throw that garbage at him. And Wimplo's gonna keep grounded. Probably gonna use a lot of anti-airs and whatnot. Always swing when necessary because I start up on his moves. Not the best, as we found out.
Yeah.
And, of course, you want to, if we got so much hitboxes from the other team coming out, you want to keep a little more grounded.
Yeah, definitely. And you definitely have to make those hits count just because, like you said, they come out pretty slow. They can be easy to react to, also easy to anticipate. You have a lot of leeway to kind of, like, deal with Ike, but he can deal a pretty good amount of damage, and I think it'll be interesting to see how the Ike Villager team pans out for them.
Yeah, and then I think one of the most important aspects of doubles, and we'll definitely see it here, is how do each team handle a scramble?
Yeah, that'll be interesting because I feel like a lot of like scramble situations, it's really gonna have like those like get off me options. Like for example, Mario Nair, that's a pretty good one because it comes out fast, lingers. I know Villager also has a pretty good Nair for like getting out of those scramble situations, and I don't know, it'll be interesting. I think out of all the characters, Ike's probably not going to fare as well in those scramble situations.
No, I agree.
Because, again, long startup, and I don't know, he's just kind of easy to hit in that situation. But once he gets you in his zone, that's like, that's where he's like the strongest, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be up to each team to cover their back as per, that is what doubles is all about. You're working together, having that synergy. And, some people have their stack partners. And some people, like, we got Wimplo and YOLO, just kind of do it on a whim. And, you might find some magic, you might not. But I think at the end of the day, we're always trying to have fun, smash Ultimate. Why not? Why not?
Of course.
But I wonder if we're seeing the music kind of pick, because I see you down there, we're kind of messing with that. I'm all about that. I'm all about, like, music is so powerful, especially when you got, 900 tracks in here?
Yeah.
Something, I could be off, but it's like, it's ridiculous. And I think, having that, especially Pokemon music, is amazing. It's great.
Yeah, no, there are so many good songs. Like, obviously, I think the one they picked was Battle Gladion. They have Cynthia's theme, Route 10 from Black and White.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. That's just that's just a couple. I'm sure there are more. I haven't even listened to all of them yet, but
and there we go. We do see Mario and Lucina, like I mentioned earlier. But
oh, we're getting the Marth Ike instead.
Marth coming from YOLO, and I like this pick because it allows, I think, YOLO to get more into the action.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
we can probably go for blow in terms of we got 2 swords. Oh, wait, sorry, 3 swords. Excuse me. But we have Mario might struggle in this because there's so much getting outranged in.
Yeah, but again, he does have that advantage in the scramble situation. But anyway, just getting into it. So far, not too much getting established, but we're already starting to see that Wimplo's kind of struggling to...
Oh my goodness!
Again, Prodigy just on top of that punish game, but we're already starting to see it Wimplo's having trouble really getting out of disadvantage without a teammate there, and I think that's where Ike's going to really struggle against a team like this, because he wants to create space, he wants to throw his big sword at you, but if he's not able to do that with the time he's given, if he's shut down by obviously Mario and Lucina, then there's not going to be very much you can do besides like try to stay alive. So.
Okay, right there, they had kind of a 2v1 situation, and Wimple unfortunately self-destructing right there.
Yep. All right, getting a little bit started against Mr. E, but yeah.
Well, we saw over there Prodigy trying to read the jump, but Wimple not going to give it to him. Mr. E having it back, ping pong situation.
My goodness. Almost gets that spike off stage. That could have just ended Wimplo. Oh, Mr. E gets the footstool.
YOLO going too deep, man.
Yeah, that'll happen. Mr. E's definitely on top of those footstools as well.
I mean, you only live once, but you got 3 stocks. You got to use them wisely.
Right. All right. Ooh, gets that narrow up there and taking the first stock from blue team. Good. Oh, that was a really good reaction from Wimplo to get the up air out of the forward throw.
Yeah, great awareness indeed. Now we're in that scramble situation. How are we going to get out of this corner?
Yeah, this is
We're
definitely
just going to up B.
Yeah, that's one way. Oh
my God.
All right, getting the share stock. Red team's still in this, but they have a mountain.
Okay, Wimple, I see you.
Yeah, stealing that stock at like what 20?
Yeah, man.
Dang.
All right, they're pushing back into this. They just got to take another stock from Mr. E, and we got somewhat balanced.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about Ike up B. Like that's probably like his go-to get off me option, especially like out of shield. It's pretty good, covers a decent amount of space, has a good startup. Probably going to see a lot more of that from Wimplo, especially getting out of those scramble situations. Ooh, that up smash going to take it though.
Yeah, now a 2v1 situation. Can YOLO make it out of here? I don't know. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, for sure. We got 2 people covering the options like that. Barely missing that down throw up smash, but yeah, that's going to do it. Yeah. Pretty decisively in blue team's favor. Prodigy Mr. E taking game 1.
Yeah, they had a lot of a sprinkle of golden moments coming from Wimplo and YOLO, but I think it's more that Mr. E and obviously Prodigy have kind of tightened up in terms of, you saw it right there, you mentioned it, they were down to down throw into the up smash, so they kind of have these kill confirms already in their mindset. Yeah,
for sure. Like, when it comes to synergy, I feel like getting those kill confirms, especially in like 2v1 situations, is also super important because you really want to seal out stocks and doubles. Like, you don't want someone to stay alive for too long because that could easily just like turn to a reversal and you could like just lose your lead. So
having a lead in doubles is so important because I feel, even though it might be a little harder to camp, stock tanking is quite the thing, and you want to, in case you're in a really dire situation, be able to take that stock.
Yeah, for sure.
And use it because sometimes you'll hit 3, but you could have a 4th depending on how the match goes. Maybe even more. Depends how. Some Lucarios would love to throw away stocks, to get the aura, but
yeah, no, it's definitely situational. It depends on the team and also the players.
Whoa! Shout out to Grant Kirkhope with the tight music here. Love it.
I actually haven't heard banjo music yet.
Really? It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think the last time I played banjo was like, I don't know, 6.
So. Oh, you're dating yourself, man.
All right. Well, yeah, it looks like we're going to go back to the Marth Ike team. So a lot of what we saw game 1, I think it was just kind of blue team kind of just shutting down any momentum red team started to get. I also think that Wimplo didn't really have a lot of breathing room to get a whole lot started. He did get a couple of kills here and there, and I think YOLO was doing a pretty good job of kind of just playing support in that situation. But beside that, it looks like we're seeing a lot of the same thing where they're doing a really good job of like ping-ponging off of each other and just, yeah. Again, the Prodigy just calling out options like that with the F smash.
Prodigy really the MVP so far. Just getting that F smash, but he's also ready with that flood in certain scenarios where he can kind of push off the opposing team.
Yeah, Ike's definitely got to be careful about that too, because if he pokes his head up above the ledge just a little bit, then he's gonna get flooded away. He's not gonna be able to do anything.
And is it me or is the stage like really small?
It seems small, but it's also the Omega form, so it's basically FD. But
having no platform duty they're kind of work around with, it's going to struggle a lot more for Ike too, I feel.
Yeah, but at the same time, it is a lot more straightforward. Ike doesn't have to worry about like them escaping the platforms to land. So you do have that. It does make it easier to catch some landings in.
And great kill from YOLO there, able to steal stock from Prodigy.
Yeah.
I know, can you really define who is the point in Wimplo and YOLO's team? It seems like they're kind of like trading back and forth.
I'm not sure, but Mr. E going for the double footstool right there. That, again, just like on top of not only just the edge guarding game, but he knows when you're going to want to jump. He knows when to go for the footstool and when to just like fade back. He's really good at just like realizing just like what situations. Like he's put himself off stage so many times. He's learned basically every single reaction like the average player wants to go for.
All right, YOLO making it back to the stage there. Yeah. And, okay, nice coverage from the Ike.
Yeah, it seems like Prodigy is actually taking a bit more abuse this game in comparison to Mxsfit, but we're already down to last stock, so.
That was kind of crazy. Prodigy traded with the quick draw from Wimp low and was able to come up on top. Ooh. This is back where kind of where the first game.
Yeah. Going for that team combo. Ooh. But solid damage coming out from blue team right now. Wimp, your YOLO just trying to find a way to land or just get back on stage because something started.
They have the ledge covered.
Ooh. Again, just going for that cape. He hasn't hit it quite yet, but just the threat of it being there makes you want to recover a certain way.
I mean, YOLO's been slippery so far.
Yeah. Ooh, is that it?
Oh, almost.
The DI in, just making it harder to hit that down throw back here. All right. Again, trying to get the team combo started. But hasn't quite hit one, but still just racking up a lot of damage. Ooh.
Okay, all right. YOLO's fighting back, man. You see him.
Yeah, ooh, trying to get that shield break, but that's going to do it.
Yeah, it really seems like every time Mr. E is there to kind of get the ball rolling, get a throw, Prodigy is able to get the damage. So, take it like a long mile. And but that will do it, too, because we got Mr. E, Prodigy over Wimplo, and YOLO. Very, I would say, decisive match.
Yeah, for sure.
We all know. I think Wimplo was having some fun.
Yeah. So, let me see what we got up next.
Who do we have next coming on stage? Guys, thanks for tuning in. Priority 5. We had to bring out the connector, ran out of ports. So, we're Smash Ultimate. We're going to see a lot more matches coming down here. If you ever seen a Seattle-based kind of like stream before, you're going to see a lot of RPR probably on the double side. And we got Pendarian, we got Pokepen. Is Pokepen playing doubles? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think Pokepen. I think he only entered singles, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I know Dwang. Dwang's teaming with Widget. I believe that is
SoCal Game & Watch.
Yeah,
that's right.
And another interesting team. We have JoJo Dahobo and Slow Dancer. They're also on the team.
Nice.
So I think it'll be
University of Washington boys, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
JoJo going to University of Washington?
No, he's going to Cascadia right now. Well, he's doing Running Start from Inglemoor, but
oh wow, Running Start. I remember Running Start.
So.
But I guess we're gonna have another match coming soon. We're gonna get a little educated on who our next players are. We're looking
like not to mention they can all serve their own purpose in doubles. You can and if you want to switch up what you're going for, you can switch Pokemon to better fit that category. Whether maybe you want to try and rush down the other team, you can do that with Squirtle. Maybe you want to be able to offer strong support and also stock tank, you can switch to Charizard. If you want to maybe go for an edge guard or cover more options with projectiles, you can switch to Ivysaur. There's so much you can do with PT and doubles.
You almost have it all, basically.
Yeah. So anyway, it looks like we're going with PT Pikachu versus obviously the Tread True Falco Yoshi, and looks like we're gonna get right into it.
Yeah, we're gonna right go Sonic turn on Pokemon Stadium. Very fitting for a whole team of Pokemon characters. And right out of the gate, Jory already breaking the zone, man, breaking the mold.
Yeah. Ooh, I like what Jory went for. He saw that Active had got the forwarder, and he tried to pull the trigger on the egg a little bit too early, but like what he's going for. Oh my god, just gets that edge guard. But Scalchop's going to recover successfully. So far, it seems that blue team is really rushing them down, not really giving them enough space to get anything started. And they're also doing a really good job of just separating them, so they can't really do anything or bounce off each other.
I think it's really good idea to rush them down too. It's before they come to us, let's go to them.
Right. So, again, just like abusing the fact that they're not really together. Losing with a solid lead, but looks like Red Team's slowly working their way back into this. Getting some solid damage on Jory, but
oh, wow, good awareness from Jory too. He knew this throw was coming.
What was that, back throw up there?
Yeah, back throw from Falco into Yoshi up smash. It was right when Frogtaco was pressuring Jory as well. So he had enough time to kind of recognize what was happening. That is that link you have with your partner.
Yeah, oh my god. Jory just like stuffing out anything that Scalchop wants to do. Scalchop just trying to like get back on the stage, get something. Sorry, gets that up smash out of shield, so but still in the corner. Tries to flare blitz on the stage, but again just stuck on the ledge.
All right, Jory getting the juggle going.
Yeah. All right, it seems like a lot of I'm noticing that Frogtaco's trying his best to like support Scalchop and get in, but like I think Jory's just been doing a really good job of like keeping him busy, not really giving him the chance to like go and help his teammate, while Active's just kind of been like all over him. And they're able to switch between like who's covering who so like fluidly.
Yeah, we can really tell like the practice is being shown here by Active and Jory. They've definitely kind of been together for a while and kind of like lab their setups and whatnot. Now, Frogtaco and Scalchop, I'm not really sure. They don't really have much going along in terms of like, you know, ping-ponging or whatnot. But
yeah.
they're being there for each other's back, so I think that's most important, if anything.
Yeah, we saw that drag down there coming out from Active. And he got 51% for like one grab.
51, man. That's crazy. That's a power Falco.
Yeah, tries to get that down here on stage, but not quite hitting it. Oh, Scalchop!
Hold it!
They're going in. Oh, that's
traded? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's actually been a thing since Smash 4. Like, if you trade with one of the hits of forward air, it just sends you straight down.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Surprised it traded with Charizard's up B though. That's
yeah, it wasn't like the launching hit, so I'm not super surprised.
Oh, you see that they were trying to reset it.
Yeah, no,
that's interesting. Interesting stuff. Sneaky.
Yes. Frogtaco trying his best to work his way back in, but really struggling to find an opening. They're a pretty rock-solid wall right now. They're just trying to get their hands on him, waiting for an opening. And Active going to get that up smash. Not quite killing, but one more hit like that's how to do it. Oh my god.
That is OD. that is actually one of the most big brain things. Yo, even he was just like, yo.
I've never seen that in my life.
We saw it earlier and they messed it up. And then now to see it, I'm like, whoa, it's actually really cool.
It looked almost looked like a berry mechanic where like you can do like a soft hit into like a strong hit or something.
I'm surprised there's
like
that much frame advantage to do that though.
I know, I'm sure it's frame type, but they've probably practiced it like a ton.
That's nuts. I actually really love that, and I'm glad to see that kind of, I was going to say a debauchery happening here in doubles.
Yeah, no, Active and Jory aren't messing around, but
definitely not, man. And I don't know how I would feel if I get hit by that. I was just like, oh, that's got the tech.
That's the thing.
We're going to a bigger stage though. We got Kalos, Pokemon League. Actually, comparatively, what is bigger, Pokemon League or Pokemon Stadium from a bird's eye view? Is it Kalos? I believe it is Kalos.
It's probably Kalos. Yeah, I understand this pick. They probably want a bit more breathing room because, again, a lot of what Active and Jory did game one, they were really good about just like separating Scalchop and Frogtaco, making sure they couldn't get anything started, and also like they couldn't really get in to help the other. So I think that's probably a lot of their general game plan, and Red Team's probably just going to try to do their best to, like, avoid that. But, again, just, like, seeing the separation right here. Like, just the sheer presence of, like, Blue Team being in the middle and just controlling that space.
You can't forget about the platforms here, too. It's going to help, one of the teams get off the ledge a little bit more because it's so close to the edge.
Yeah. Red Team off to a much stronger start this game than they were last game, however. So far, just a lot of back and forth, but... yeah, nothing established quite yet. I like what Scalchop's doing. He's playing a lot more conservative, using the space that he has now in this on Kalos in comparison to PS2. Also, abusing the fact that the platform is above the ledge, so it makes it just gives him a couple more options.
Yeah, it really seems like Red Team is figuring out the right buttons at the right time, and I think that's You got to take every opportunity you can. No first blood yet.
Yeah.
Almost for Jory.
All right, blue team definitely pushing them back, has them both off stage. Oh my god! I didn't even know that back air scoop was good.
Yeah, and that's news to me as well, man. We're seeing it right here.
Yeah. Jory trying to seal that edge guard out. Frogtaco getting active off stage. Let's see if you can seal out this edge guard.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, yeah.
I like it. Scalchop was trying to come to Frogtaco's aid, but that's a lot of lag on Flare Blitz, man.
Yeah, for sure. I respect the option, but anyways, red team not too far behind, like 1 or 2 kill moves, just hit active and Jory, and that should do it. Ooh. All right, I think so. It looked like Jory actually got hit by the launch hitbox of S Smash, but then active got launched back into one of the final hits of Ivy Sword jab. So
yeah, they're definitely sandwiched right there.
Oh my goodness!
I thought that was gonna be it, man.
Yeah, I thought Frogtaco just straight up died off the top at like 30. Dash attack going to seal it out though. First stock for red team. All right, again trying to find a way back on stage. Jory's still holding onto this stock pretty well.
Oh no!
Active getting that edge guard. So crucial.
There's the drag down setup coming out from active too. You saw it right there.
Yeah. King of drag downs for sure. Jory just like.
Oh my good active. You see this magic happening on the other end of the stage?
Yeah. Actually, I also noticed from blue team, Jory started the shift.
Oh my god, he's not recovering. Oh, maybe he is. He saved him.
He's going all in off stage, but that's still like, oh my goodness.
An edge guarding master.
For sure. Oh, share stock. And looks like Scalchop in the 2v1 ended up taking Frogtaco's stock at the last second. This is not looking it. Oh, yeah. Jory again just going off on stage, or off stage, I should say. A lot of what he wants to go for there.
Man, he is all over him, man.
Both of them are. They're both going off stage. They're like denying him space.
It's so rough right now. They can play a little more free-handed.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait,
I just realized they locked him in place by having Jory grab active and pummel.
Right.
He was just stuck in the corner. All right, going for the flare blitz. Probably a little bit desperate here. Oh, we're seeing.
Oh, no up smash, huh?
That was an interesting setup. I think they were like trying to jab him back into the laser and just like keep him there. Kind of ping pong
like
back
like a pseudo infinite in a way.
Almost, yeah.
Because Charizard's so heavy, right? And he's a big boy.
He's big, yeah. Oh,
but he's like, I'm out. Get me out of here.
I don't even think this is necessary at this point. I think they could have sealed out the stock a while ago, playing with their food a little bit.
Playing with their food indeed, but active and Jory, they know what they're doing, and
yeah, that's gonna do it.
That's a 2-0, man. They will be moving on.
All right, good stuff from red team though. Definitely saw that they were trying to make adjustments, but active and Jory were just like on top of their adaptation of that game.
Yeah, red team definitely trying to make these sandwich moments, and I think I like that a lot more, especially having more space to breathe with that Kalos pick. But the synergy too good with active and Jory, man. Oregon came here to play.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a team to look out for.
Yeah, I would love to see that get on more, the big stage more.
Yeah.
That's the doubles I'm looking for. I'm looking for the grimy stuff, man. I want to see stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. I love watching teams that are just like that in sync, and also like teams that have crazy punish game or just like aggressive teams. Super fun to watch.
We got the Desi chance in the building, man. That's another Eastern Washington pop-off.
Yep, you all just going in. Like, wonder what's happening right now in singles, but all right. Not sure who we're going to get.
We definitely got. Who do we have on deck next?
Let me check. So
I see.
Looks like we got
Prodigy and Mr. E come back. Okay.
Yeah, Prodigy, Mr. E versus. Well, let me check. Is it bracket D1? I'm trying to find brackets. What? Okay. Oh.
Looks like Blackout and Piff, right?
Is that what?
Yeah, Blackout and Piff, I believe. We mentioned that earlier, the Eastern Washington boys coming up to bat. Let's see if they can go toe-to-toe with these top players. It's gonna be a challenge, but is Piff gonna pick Pac-Man? That would be an interesting doubles character.
I have no idea who Piff plays in this game, but all I know is they made it. I don't know, man. But they did make it this far for a reason, so let's see if they can show up against probably the favorites to make it out of this pool, Mr. E and Prodigy.
Yeah, they definitely are the favorites to make it out. But going back to like the Eastern Washington boys, yeah, why would you not play Pac-Man in this game? Because I feel like in doubles you can kind of create that separation with the hydrant and give you the space you need when you need it.
Yeah, I actually I think he has a lot of like wacky coverage options, especially with like bonus fruit, and also just like I'm sure hydrant is going to also add some shenanigans there, whether it's like edge guarding or just like even putting it on stage is like something you have to respect. So.
And a lot of people, when you put the hydrant down, they kind of jump over, the water and whatnot. So it's forcing people in the air. And that's where you kind of want a team of doubles to be. Because if you have, like, say, a sword character, you can just, you're always going to win that air-to-air situation.
Right. But by the way, we're going to get right
Fox
in it.
And Pac-Man, interesting team.
Yeah, for sure.
You see Piff over there charging the fruit, putting down the hydrant.
Yep, right away, just getting that hydrant out.
Oh, no, man.
Not entirely sure.
Blackout's already dead.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Piff. You too.
Yeah, Prodigy just going out there for the edge guards, just blowing them up. All right. Yeah, we're probably also going to see a lot of hydrant out of disadvantage from Pac-Man as well. Definitely adds another layer to his landing game. There it is again. Yeah, it looks like... Ooh, tries to go for the forward air down air, or forward throw down air, but not quite hitting there. Threat of it, man.
All right, Piff making it back.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a little tricky to edge guard Pac-Man off stage, especially in doubles. You have to be able to either like intercept him on the way up or do something about spring. But again, like, seems like Blackout's struggling to really get anything started. Hasn't really. He's been more on the receiving end of the damage than the giving end. So.
Yeah, it really seems like Blackout's kind of playing that point real, but he's also pressing a lot of buttons unnecessarily at the right time. And
well, it's not even necessarily that he's pushing buttons at the wrong time. I think it's just that he's constantly like put into the positions where he doesn't want to be, and it's really hard to get out with like people like Mr. E.
You saw that?
I did not see what happened.
Yo, so Piff threw down the hydrant on Prodigy's recovery, but it clanked and it stalled Prodigy, and he wasn't able to recover.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting, right?
All right.
Yeah, kind of going off you're saying, though, it seems like, the opposing team being Prodigy Mystery is making Piff and Blackout press the buttons they want them to press, right?
Yeah, no, he's definitely just putting them in the situations where they're more favorable, and they're really good about that. Like, especially just getting Fox off stage or on the ledge, like, that is not the position he wants to be in, obviously.
Melon just cruising all down the street there.
Yeah. Piff doing a pretty good job of holding on to his stocks, and this is pretty close to an even game. Even stock count so far, but blue team got a pretty solid lead. Oh, yeah, that's going to do it for Blackout. Looks like they're going to go with the share stock, but they are down a stock, and Piff probably on his last legs here.
Yeah, Piff was one that kind of has to run away, stay alive. Let Blackout take some of that damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, the jab block coming out from Blackout as well. He kind of has those.
You should move him for a little bit.
They're using the hydrant as a wall as well.
Yeah, Pac-Man's gone, but the hydrant's still there.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be rough.
Yeah. Ooh. I like what he did there. He went for the auto cancel down air. Ooh. Is that going to do it?
Not quite yet, but he's off stage. This is...
messes up the angle. I like what he went for there because Prodigy was just anticipating the side B, and Blackout knew that, so he dipped a little bit below the ledge where he was just far away enough that he couldn't really react, go out and hit him, but he would still be able to up B.
Yeah, I also agree that, dipping down, though, kind of, mixes up the timing against the opposing team. And it's also weird. Fox, Bennett Hands kind of got nerfed in this game, but Fox and Bennett Hands, I think it's still there, man. Sometimes, wacky stuff happens to that character, especially on Firefox. But, dominant game coming out from Mr. E and Prodigy. But, I saw Piff and Blackout holding their own.
Yeah, they definitely had their moments. Definitely see that they have a little bit of synergy. It seems like it was more so Piff kind of like running the game, but I could definitely see that Blackout also had his moments, like definitely fishing for the kills there. Not quite hitting them, but let's see if they can make an adjustment this game.
Yeah, first one thing I would love to see Pitt and Blackout do a little more is work more as a unit, right? In doubles, you can't be segregated. You got to do things together.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely seemed like Piff was doing a lot more hanging back, waiting for them to approach, whereas Blackout was kind of trying to weave in and out, kind of play more passive-aggressive, so that meant that he was doing more of the interacting while Piff was hanging back, but let's see how they do this game. So far, pretty back and forth. I wouldn't say any team has any particular advantage over the other.
Oh, my goodness. Piff is out of here, man.
That was an early kill, 67%. That might have been some sus DI, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that one.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunate. The water pushed him off, and then like Mr. E with the immediate up B, just wrong place, wrong time.
He kind of gave what Mr. E wanted. He wanted Fox off stage and was able to kind of set a stock.
Yeah. But, taking the stock off Prodigy, that was getting something started. But Mr. E doing a pretty good job of just like
being out of harm's way and also, you know, dealing with the scrambles a little bit better than the other team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that ledge coverage is just so insane from both players right now.
It's really the cornerstone of like Prodigy and Mr. E's team, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Because like Mr. E hanging back, covering more of the defensive options, and then Prodigy just going in, throwing out hitboxes, taking his turn. Good. Yeah, it really looks like they're struggling to get anything started here, but really gotta, like, they haven't been able to get too much damage, and they haven't been able to seal out stocks when they are. So.
And Piff and Blackout down to one stock apiece. And, you know, Prodigy and Mr. E got stock to spare in the scenario, and it's looking really rough. Oh, my goodness. Are you serious?
Yeah, almost killing off the top right there. Like, 0. You got to be careful there. One more of those ought to kill. But yeah, Blackout trying to find a way back on stage. Piff doing his best to help.
Mr. E really parried the down throw animation of Pac-Man. What a flex.
Piff making it back on stage, getting around the cape, but yeah, this is like 5 stocks to 1. This is a big hill to climb.
You gotta call it, man.
Yeah.
Time of death is soon. I ain't never seen no Pac-Man make this comeback.
Oh,
especially when you cheese him out like that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It looks like Pitt tried to go for the ledge a little bit too early, but yeah, pretty dominant from Mr. E and Prodigy.
Yeah, they're just shining through once again on stream. And, you know, we're going to see them probably in doubles top 8. You know,
most likely, yeah.
And, you know, that's the ropes. Iwa is showing that they made it this far in bracket, though, for a reason.
Right.
You know, they had enough synergy to get them far, but when you face some top players, it just hits different.
Obviously, yeah. I'd like to see them more later in losers, but
Ooh, we're going to run an ad, guys. How would you like to watch that? We'll be right back. Hey, guys, we're back here at Doubles. I'm Fasha.
And I'm Mad Matt.
Hey, we're at Port 35. Going to the losers bracket of pool D2. Yep. I think we're seeing Frogtaco and Scalchop. We saw those guys earlier doing the Pokemon work.
Yeah, and it looks like they're fighting Darkest Laugh and Mimo.
We got a 5th player trying to join in here.
Oh.
You just sync your Pro Controller, bro. Oh, no, this ain't good. 8-player smash?
Not sure what's happening.
4v4?
See, guys, this is why you desync your Pro Controllers.
Yes. This is a lesson. This is a big lesson.
What is happening?
They weren't ready.
Oh, they undocked the Switch.
All right, we got to restart the whole dang console, guys. And if you're just joining in, we are in the midst of doubles here. We're getting down to the wire. And if you're missing some action, get that multi-twitch going. Check out singles also on the other end at Satellite Smash. We have a lot of people here out today. All PW is pretty much in attendance. trying to show their strength, trying to flex, but, we got a lot of out-of-towners that are kind of in their way.
Yeah, definitely. Especially have a lot more experience traveling out of their own region. Like, they're comfortable on the big stage, whereas a lot of people from PMW don't get as much exposure, so definitely have a chance to show off what they're made of now. But
there's only a handful of people that actually travel, and, just name a few, Pendarian, Wang, Conga. But, more and more people, I've been around the block, my old age of, since Brawl, but we are going to get in the midst of these doubles, matches. We do see a villager popping up with Frogtaco, so I like this, got a little more support action from the villager, like I think I mentioned earlier in the last, before the last move we had. We're going to go on Battlefield, though, and Kirby, interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm actually interested to see how this goes out.
Please tell me it's a button check. Please tell me.
I'm assuming this is a button check. I don't think this is actually. Yeah, no, this is definitely a button check.
Okay, please. I was like,
that would have been very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Okay. All right.
So
this fooled me once.
This will be an interesting team. Not entirely sure how Kirby's going to operate doubles.
We're all shield shuffling.
Yeah. Some shenanigans going on right now.
It's quite the button check. We have to make sure that our shield break works.
Yeah, definitely. Got to make sure team attack's on. Got to make sure. No, there's an 0.9 knockback.
We have a Pikachu on each team, which undoubtedly is one of the best characters in the game, able to just get around the stage so quickly and probably able to help out the partner, with the quickness.
Yeah.
Kirby, though, interesting.
Yeah. Not entirely sure how Kirby is going to operate in doubles. Obviously, as like a standalone character, operates sort of as like a rushdown, but just doesn't necessarily have like the speed of a rushdown. So definitely wants to play more bait and punish, like passive aggressive styles. But yeah, I think Pikachu has a lot of potential in doubles, especially like with the unique things he can do with like quick attack, just being able to go really far off stage to recover, covering options with like Thunder, T-Jolt. And obviously that speed and being small just really helpful in doubles. Like, I've even seen some shenanigans like Pikachu Snake where you can do like the Snake will C4 their teammate is playing Pikachu, and then like Pikachu will quick attack onto an opponent, and then they'll just set up C4. It's really cool.
Yeah, Pikachu is so great for just kind of able to cash in on so many setups that a lot of characters have. And it's the thing about, even though if a character is bad at singles, it might be a little bit more viable in doubles because you have the support of a teammate, of course. And,
yeah, for sure.
Kirby might be, might shine. I know one thing Kirby does have in doubles is the inhale tech. You know about that, right? When you inhale your partner and you spit him out and it shoots out the invincible star.
Yeah, no, it hurts.
Pop out.
It does a lot of damage, and it's like a huge lingering hitbox.
Right, and you're lagless when you come out of it, so you can do like another aerial if you wanted to.
I think I've seen this with like Sweets, and I think Sweets, I don't remember who else it was. I think it was Atoshi. They did that stuff back in Smash 4. I remember fighting against them, and Atoshi would inhale Bowser, and then like chuck Bowser at me. I'd get hit by the collateral hitbox, and then Bowser would do a back air out of it. Right. I would just die. And he does like also with like weight scaling does a lot with that too. Like the heavier the character you're spitting out, the more damage and knockback they're gonna do.
Right.
So I don't know if we'll see it a whole lot because Villager not the heaviest character, not the lightest either, but still probably something to look out for. This is a very long button check.
Yeah, definitely is. I always think it's like past the button check time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely supposed to be like 30 seconds to a minute. But this is all right. Shenanigans.
TO, man, no, we're stalling. Where we at? We have both teams here. We should be down to this bracket match. Come on.
Yeah, no, this is literally the only pool that isn't done. You need to get going. Actually, D1 wasn't done, but I'm sure it's done by now. It was like 1 or 2 more matches before it.
I'm done with this button check, man. I'm done.
Yeah, no, definitely. Get on with it.
This is kind of game 1 at this point. You better not lose, Kirby.
Oh, Kirby making the 2v1 comeback. What is happening?
I am not sure, man. It's time to play, though. That's what I think.
Now they're just sitting there.
Yeah, do they know it's time to play? They know. They got to be aware.
I have no idea. I mean, we're live. What's happening?
They must not know. Someone got to knock him in the head. Knock some sense in these boys.
All right. Actually, we need to get on with this.
Yeah, actually though. We ain't trying to be here all night.
Yeah, no. Like, we got brackets we need to go to at 6.
That's right.
Some people got places to
6,
be.
right?
Yeah.
Redemption bracket, guys. If you guys made it to losers round 4, right?
Yeah.
Losers round 4, you'll get a chance to do a little mini bracket. You didn't feel so hot the first time. Late adaptation is a thing. So.
Yeah. So. Alrighty. So I think we're actually getting into it now.
I see the rock paper scissors coming out.
Yeah, I saw the paper. So definitely not going to PS2 then. Unless they happen to strike to it, which happens sometimes, but typically if they don't gentleman to PS2, they do RPS. That's basically the standard.
It's basically one of the most common stages in the game, and either you love it or you hate it, and a lot of people are sick of it at this point. Because you see it so much.
Yeah, that's true. I personally don't really care that much. Like, I'm playing the game, stages, whatever. I see the same, like, 6 or 7 stages all the time, so it's whatever. I definitely understand not wanting to start PS2 every time, though. Gotta, like, spice it up a little.
Yeah, it's all about how the players kind of move and whatnot. And speaking of moving around, we're going to FD, which no platform helps, so landing is going to be a struggle. And especially when I just saw DK on screen. Is that right, DK?
Yeah. Actually, DK and Kirby. Like, Kirby...
Now, this is that setup we were talking about, right? So it'll be work a lot better with DK.
Yeah, no, DK is definitely a much heavier character. And also, something to know with DK, I think DK, a lot of people just say he's bad in doubles. I think he's more of a glass cannon in doubles because he has an insane damage output, big hitboxes. Like, whenever your team has the advantage or, like, ping-ponging them back and forth, they're, like, just, like, have them in the position you want them to be. I think DK is really good at capitalizing in those situations. Oh, my. Did you just jab him to 57?
He had him in the corner. He was stuck there.
I think it's an infinite if you have the tree behind you, too. I've seen villagers do that.
Yeah. You have to get that, like, wall, though.
Yeah. Anyways, looks like, besides DK, this has mostly gone back and forth, but I would say Yellow Team overall has the advantage right now. Taking the first stock off of DK. I believe Mimo is playing Kirby and Darkest Slap is playing DK, so.
Darkest Slag over there overextending right against the Villager, no less. The Villager can go deep for the edge guard.
Yeah, going for the cargo back throw is able to kill.
Just take everybody out.
Yeah, took out his own teammate, though. It puts him at even more of a deficit. Probably more favorable for Yellow Team in this situation, but definitely still doable. But got a little bit of a hill to climb now.
Over the ledge.
Yeah.
Oh!
I like the patience coming from Frogtaco, just waiting it out, seeing what options are going to throw out, and react accordingly. Alright, Kirby got him in the edge guard situation, not quite being able to capitalize it. Oh my goodness.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah, Frogtaco, he's got a stock lead. He's going to go for the suicide kill if he can.
It looks like Darkest Sling wants to hold it. Oh, never mind. We're doing stock taken indeed.
Yeah, I think DK is really... He really struggles in the 2v1 situation because, like, he's so big. He doesn't have, like, the fastest moves. They're not definitely slow by any means, but definitely lacks get up from the options that are safe.
Yeah, out of shield is definitely kind of the struggle with DK.
Yeah, for sure.
And, the struggle's over because he had no more stocks, and now it's all up to Mimo.
Yeah, let's see what you can do. So far, just pretty solid stuff coming out from the Yellow Team. Just a lot of...
Oh my God.
That
was it. That is definitely it.
Dude.
Double spike action.
They got dunked.
Yeah, Frogtaco, Scalchop, they're warmed up.
Definitely. They've got that momentum coming from losers. Oh my God, the disrespect. Just saving the replay.
We're actually saying that. It's on the VODs. This is
yeah,
Twitch.
It's on the VODs, dude.
You can watch it later. You're not going to watch that. I guarantee you're not going to go back and find this setup and watch it. I guarantee.
Who knows? Maybe one of them owns the setup. Maybe they're going to take it home, watch it while they fall asleep.
the Smash ASMR. Yeah.
Just put on, like, the lowest volume setting. Have it, like, frame per frame.
It definitely was the disrespect, and
They're feeling themselves.
They're feeling themselves. Yeah, that's the way to put it. We are seeing a change of scenery. Town and City, higher ceiling. You guys know what it is. It's a lot different than one Smash 4. And we need to see a little bit different team composition, I feel. Whatever happened to Pokemon Trainer?
I don't know. It's probably just like switched based off of matchups or what he feels comfortable with. I know Scalchop, like, he probably wants the Villager to deal with DK, but DL going to switch the Pikachu, so let's see how this pans out differently.
Yeah, why not? Villager was working out just fine the last game, but we got the Pikachu, and that was a good switch, I think. DK was definitely the struggle build.
Yeah, definitely the weaker link in that team. I think Mimo was doing a decent job of holding his own, but DK kind of... I think DK is what started the descent of that team, game 1. But
yeah, especially the joy of having, Darkest Link playing Pikachu. You have a way to kind of help rush down with the help of Kirby. You don't have the setup, and they never even went for that setup with DK either. They never had a chance to.
Yeah, no, it's really hard when there's like so much going on, and I feel like, especially with DK and disadvantage, there's not really a chance to go for that. Ooh. All right, Scalchop with the patience off stage, not up being immediately so he doesn't get first edge guarded. Oh, missing the tech, though.
I see you, Mimo. Mimo being there to kind of stop any more shenanigans happening. Keeping them separated is really important in doubles.
Yeah, for sure. And for the first time this set, Green Team taking the lead. Well, definitely a much better start than last game, but I definitely think Yellow Team's still in this. Oh, Frogtaco messing up the recovery, though. Definitely super hard with the quick attack. All right. So it seems like Green Team is... I'm not sure if it's as much Green Team separating Yellow Team as it is them just opting to go for individual 1v1s in these respective scenarios. Oh, unfortunate team kill from a Scalchop right there. Not realizing that was the wrong Pikachu off stage.
Right. It gets a little confusing, right? They're all kind of like tussled together, but Frogtaco taking out Darkest Lane's Pikachu.
Yeah. But Mimo still has all 3 of his stocks, and they definitely have a stock lead to work with.
Yeah, it's definitely different than the last one. Switch definitely mattered, I feel.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a good set. All right. Scalchop does have the axe on deck, so just got to watch out for that. Also has the tree.
Yeah, up throw.
Not quite going to kill that.
Town City, not doing any favors this time around.
Yeah, no, they definitely changed the blast zones to be a lot bigger. Ooh.
My man just coming down with the rock.
I saw the red spark. What happened?
I think
it looked like he was going to die. I think he got hit by another move that had significantly less knockback and didn't die as a result.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what did happen. A lot happens with so many particle effects, it's kind of hard to keep track.
Yeah. Yeah, so much like scrap situations. Green Team looks like they have this in the bag right now. They're much more dominant. Much more dominant than anticipated.
Oh, you're not going to do it to him, are you?
Oh my god, just keeping Scalchop off stage. Let's see if he can even recover from this. Still has him on the ledge. Oh, gets that fully charged F smash and convincing game 2 coming from Mimo and Darkest Slap.
And it's just like he didn't need to be there, but he was tussling with Darkest Lang, and it made him, be in that unfavorable position. And that was just good stuff from Mimo to be like, yeah, you're going to be right here because I say so. Yeah, and he was, he was put in a really 2v1 struggle situation.
Yeah, you can also definitely afford to go for that type of thing at that, with that type of stock lead. Right. So it's like at the only repercussion, probably going to get hit, maybe die, have another stock to work with. But
I mean, they disrespected the first game, right? Save the VOD and whatnot. Come on, they deserve the fight back. How about
they're trying to clap back, of course. I'm sure this will be an interesting game 3.
Yeah, no cap, man. We game 3. Let's see who really wants it more. Who wants to trek through losers? Feel a little farther. We're talking about clout. Talking about want to pop off. Who wants to? Even if you lose the next round, this is one more than the other person.
Right. So, all right, getting right into it. We're going to Yoshi's story. Not entirely sure how they're going to work with the triplats. I'm assuming Villager does a much better job of just controlling the space on the ground, but so far we haven't seen a whole lot of normal flow chartiness from Villager. Obviously because of Chaos and doubles, but It'll be interesting to see how they work with the tripods.
And speaking of the chaos, you kind of have like some things to worry about in this stage, being not only the slants but also the side blast zones are going to help kill horizontally a lot better.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like overall that's probably going to favor Yellow Team just a little more, and Yellow Team taking first blood.
Yeah, Villager has trouble killing in some moments, but if you got the added help of the blast zones, sweet spot fair definitely going to be the key tool, I feel.
Yeah.
Whoa, hit the hammer swing.
Dude, that was pixels off hitting. Oh my goodness.
That's ridiculous.
Ooh, tries to get the edge guard, but TL just missing it by just a hair.
Mimo taking a trade against the aerial, gladly take it, stays alive.
Yeah, Scalchop doing a pretty good job holding onto his stock. DL going down for the edge guard. Frogtaco trying to help him get back to the stage safely. Ooh, gets a down smash and a up smash. Pretty solid damage. Alright. So far, even stock count. This is the most even it's been all set. It's like game 1 was a landslide Yellow Team's favor. Game 2, vice versa. Oh, unfortunate SD.
Yeah. Darkest Dog not able to recover. And like you're mentioning, it's a lot closer game. It's good that, Green Team is able to kind of recover from that game 1. They didn't get super discouraged. They were in it to win it.
Right. So I think with that mentality, I think it's definitely possible for them to bring this back. But Yellow Team definitely doing a good job playing with their lead. Keeping them on their toes. Ooh, Mimo sealing out that edge guard with style and grace. Gets that up B and converts it into the down air. Frogtaco trying to choose him out upon recovering, but not quite hitting it. Yeah, it looks like Green Team has been pretty consistently in disadvantage this stock trade, so.
Mimo's swinging for his life right now. You can see so many SMS comes out.
Yeah, Frogtaco and Scalchop just doing a really good job playing the patient game and doing a good job not overextending too much in advantage. Ooh.
This might be currents for Green Team. Yellow Team taking that lead and also has Frogtaco has one more stock as well. You can't count that out.
Right. Yeah, going for that team combo. Pretty solid damage.
It was fun. It was fun while lasted. I think Yellow Team has this in the bag and no reason why they shouldn't win this.
Yeah, but I'm sure DL is going to... Oh, yeah, we saw that set up game 1. We saw the rapid jab into down air off stage. That was a really sick combo. Yeah. DL is still not giving up, though. Not going out without a fight. Going for a lot of risky options, though. Definitely getting punished a bit too much. He's definitely got to play a lot more careful if he wants to stay in this.
And I like it. Go on swinging. But Villager's going to go swinging with that axe. Clean up this game. Clean up the set.
Yeah.
Going to move on. And, fun set. I kind of like that set. That was a lot of, cutesy stuff happening here and there.
Yeah, and I think the thing I like most about that set, it wasn't, a complete landslide in, one team's favor, like a lot of the matches we've seen so far.
Right.
So
it's good to see a little bit more in region because, if you have top players, that there's a good chance it might be a little dominant. Just a little wee bit. But, I think we're going to see a little bit more of those in-house kind of matches coming up, especially going through losers.
Yeah, for sure. So, let's see what we have up next. We have one more pools match to get through, and I believe Scalchop and Frogtaco are going to be playing on stream next again.
Hey, man, they are the stars of the show. They got a lot of screen time.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to those boys. I remember they kind of came in the scene. They were like, new blood and whatnot, and I've definitely seen the improvement. You can see it right here on doubles on a main stage. Not easy to do. It seems like nerves don't even get to them either. They're all having fun.
Yeah, no, they definitely look like they're in it to have fun. Not necessarily they're not super serious about competition, but they are showing up. So
show up's half the battle.
True.
Guys, we're in the midst of Port Purdy 5. Doubles, my man Mad Matt right next to me. We're doing it live, and if you guys want to join us along with the singles, we got Satellite Smash. Mostly Twitch it up, baby. We
also got BTS Smash.
That's right.
Streaming doubles. Well,
who's sitting down? Who's this man?
So it looks like we have, let me see right here. We have BM and Antoine, the Mxsfit, I believe. I'm not sure.
The Mxsfit.
It's spelled weird. I don't know. So looks like we're gonna have Scalchop, Frogtaco versus
BM and Antoine for good measure.
Yeah, Antoine. Probably. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Definitely not familiar with these cats, but they made it, deep in the losers for a reason. So we're about to see why.
Yeah.
Eastern Washington tag. All right, Ewa's gonna pop off more today.
Yeah, Ewa's been popping off. Definitely happy to see not only like Ewa but also Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like before, like back in Smash 4, they were, I don't know, they weren't like as looked at as like obviously Washington, BC. Those are like the bigger regions, but they've started to show up in Ultimate. I really enjoy that.
Yeah,
really adds like another layer of depth to like the competition and the unpredictableness of like Ultimate as a whole.
Yeah, one thing Ewa used to have, which was Black Wolf. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Old venue.
Quite.
Old venue that was in Ewa. Kind of like their cornerstone. They would always get together. I went there for once at the beginning of Smash 4. Really cool place. They unfortunately ended up losing that venue, just like we kind of lost Game Clucks a long time ago and whatnot.
Yeah, I remember that.
That can really take a blow to a scene, especially when it's a little smaller scene over in Ewa. But they're a tight-knit community and always still get together and play, and it's showing.
Yeah, no, it definitely shows. They're all best friends. Like, they're constantly supporting each other, even if it's like a round one match versus like someone we don't even know. They're still out there cheering for their boys.
Right.
So.
I saw a stream match over in singles where it was an Ewa guy fighting, someone I wasn't too familiar with, but I was like, people came running in thinking like, oh, top player upset? No, this is just Ewa.
Yeah, no, it's just Ewa like putting on a show. But that's really cool to see that type of support from our region. So.
At the end of the day, you always want good energy, and I think with anything like it has been today, we'll probably see it in their doubles play. Jigs and Bowser.
That seems like an interesting matchup. I think.
Yeah.
I think this dynamic is probably going to revolve a lot around Bowser's living long and probably going to be doing a lot of air-to-air stuff, whether it's edge guarding or maybe even just like going for combos, maybe even something into rest, something cheeky like that. Like, rest adds so much kill potential, even if it is a little bit tricky to like hit it, and a bit risky as well.
You gotta really know how to play Jigs if you want to get the setups, especially in doubles. I feel like Jigs is one of the better characters in doubles because you can really capitalize a lot better on rest with setups for your partner.
Like good characters for like with buff or
yeah, like if you have a good character that can set up into rest in doubles, it's really situational, of course, but
I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen a whole lot of Puff in doubles, so I can't really say for sure. I'd assume any character that has like maybe like good handoff throws. I'm sure Bowser has some decent handoff throws like down throw. I don't know. It really depends.
Right now, we do see that V and Antoine taking a stock lead, just a minor one, but it's enough to kind of be at advanced state.
Yeah, we're actually seeing a lot. We're seeing some pretty safe play from Puff. Like, definitely doing a really good job of like poking with like aerials and being able to drift back with that air mobility. Also knows when to go off stage, when you're overextending, and yeah, Ewa so far has got a pretty dominant lead over Scalchop and Frogtaco.
See Frogtaco on his last stock already, and this Puff doing work, man. He's stock taking better than Bowser. I thought the Bowser was going to stock take because he's the heavy one, but
yeah, no, Puff definitely going in too. Like, I think it's just that I'm not sure who's playing who. I'm gonna assume that
BM is the Bowser, and we got Antoine being the Puff.
Probably, but anyway, like, the Puff's just doing a really good job of not overextending, and I think that's super important. That's also probably like why he's been living so long. Ooh, gets the rollout.
Rollout, right?
Yeah.
And it's just the power of Puff and doubles, man. We're seeing it right here. They're both off stage. Can blue team capitalize? And they do.
Yep, gets first stock off of Puff, and Ooh, that's going to do it. Scalchop 2v1.
Wow.
That's going to do it. That is some
That's
pretty
strong. That was strong.
strong start from Miwa, for sure.
Puff and Bowser. What an unlikely team.
Yeah. Probably like the heaviest character in the game and like lightest or second lightest character in the game.
Bowser, I think it's at this point you can say it, best heavy in the game.
Probably. When you watch Leon, like you think this character's top tier. Like, oh my goodness, he's crazy.
Really what makes that difference too is the movement, able to move in the air a little bit better than other heavies.
Yeah.
Having good normals as well, you're able to, that fair is such a good forward momentum move that it literally leaves some characters in a 50-50 state in the air depending on how they want to land, right?
Right. I also think Bowser has like a very all-around kit for a heavy, where like he's got up B out of shield. That's a good out of shield option, which a lot of heavies typically struggle with. Also, he's got the mobility on his side.
And the armor, too. We saw him just armor right through Slapchop's jabs.
Yeah, not to mention I think he's like... Is he the heaviest character in the game?
K-Rule? Question mark.
Yeah, one of those two. He's like... I think he's a top 3 in weight.
Yes,
but,
definitely.
like, that also helps with survivability. Like, honestly, it's crazy to think about. He just has so many things that most heavies want. Ooh, Frogtaco going in on Bowser off stage, though.
Yeah, Frogtaco definitely wants that stock.
Yeah. Want to trade stocks there. Ooh, Puff dying insanely early.
Frogtaco, no! He got so overzealous about, I got 2 kills. Gotta kill myself, I guess.
Yeah, he's been SDing quite a bit trying to go for Thunder off stage. I think he, misses the jump, and that causes him to die. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no, Frogtaco, not like this, man.
He was doing so well. He had momentum, but, sometimes if you just one thing could change the momentum. Oh my goodness.
I thought the Puff was about to reversal the situation on him.
Yeah, no, that's definitely plausible for Puff. Blue team trying their best to stay in this. It's this is a pretty even game, I would say. A little bit in yellow team's favor, but super doable.
And if BM is the Bowser, he's definitely living up to his name and all these buttons he's throwing out, too. A lot of the stomps as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you make it back? I
little
don't
far
think
off
so.
stage. Is that going to be it?
Oh, he made it. Okay, he made it.
Barely made it. But still trying to get
It's
off
a struggle.
the ledge.
Oh, he saved him, I think. That's such an off-stage battle. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, definitely trying to get back.
Frogtaco's like, I'm out of here. I don't want any more of this.
Yeah, I might not have killed him, but oh my god, he is already at 115 on his last stock. Blue team's got to pull out all the stops they want to stay in this. Oh my goodness, Scalchop on his own already.
Yeah, bye-bye, Frogtaco, and the back of the down smash.
That's going to do
game.
it.
That's definitely game.
Good stuff from Ewald. They're going to be making the out of pools in the loser side, top 32.
Hey, yellow team definitely wins Pokemon with the devilish villain Bowser.
Yep.
What a goofy team, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely an interesting team. I really like the character diversity we're seeing so far.
Shouts to Slapchop and Frogtaco, man. They made it deep in losers, and
definitely went on a run.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I am for shot. We got my boy.
Mad Matt.
End of this doubles pool. We're gonna get some new faces on screen. You don't want to see my ugly mug anymore, but I do appreciate keeping it real here at Port 35.
Yeah.
Take care.
Be sure to share the stream. BTS Smash for doubles, and also Satellite Smash for singles. And yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, plug it in, guys. Thanks a lot.